so I think we're here, and I have to put it on your phone so I can see the comments, because I haven't got my laptop with me today. Oh, you're gonna... Oh, okay?
Yeah. Just hit the door. Hello everyone!
Pencil's here.
Hi!
Sharon's here. Oh, turn that down because I can hear us in the echoes.
Hi Pencil!
Your phone is on charge, so...
No. Ooh! Someone's just gotten home. Let's hope he doesn't lose his belt again.
Oh, Hayley, is that how you pronounce it? Is here?
Oh yeah, no, you have to turn the volume down. That mutes very little stuff, like a phone call.
Like so?
Yeah.
Mandy's here.
Hi Mandy, hi Anna. Hi Atlanta.
Yeah?
Hey! It's hard to read.
I love how he reads names. How is everyone? Carl's just come in.
He's just gotten home from work.
I've
Definitely
just
work.
clicked record. Thank you.
You got us some strawberries.
Yay! Yay! I pronounced it correct. We have lots of... No chocolate?
No.
Oh.
It's all gone.
Is it all gone?
Yeah.
I wonder who bought it all.
Start going down there earlier.
I can't answer Trish on WhatsApp. She said, do you go live every Thursday? I kind of want to go, yes. But she's on my WhatsApp.
Oh, right. I think you might let you tell her that
I
then.
have a sunseed berry.
How is everyone? What you're working on? I've got the comments on Lisa's phone. I did have the Buddha out, but I've moved that onto the little coffee table. I wanted a change, guys. I wanted a change.
Gonna be honest, this is the first strawberry I've had in a long, long time. Tastes pretty nice.
Cool. Oh.
Wait, no, I meant sunseed berry.
Does everyone have a cuppa or drink of preference? I have a cup of tea.
Sunseed juice.
Get it, Grace.
Oh, Anna's working on Plague Doctor.
Ooh, they're cool.
It is pretty cool. The image is pretty cool. And Shaz got her video uploaded in time. Oh, she's working on a skeleton.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah,
It's all
it's
Halloween themed, isn't it?
doing this. Yes.
Oh, cool.
I was-
It's pointing at the sky.
Yes, it is pointing at the sky. Ditsy's here.
Hi Dits!
Hello. Bits.
Now, some of you have different YouTube names to your, obviously your Facebook names, and some of you are in my Fanatics group. So, oh, Davy Jones Locker, you should see, I want it.
Isn't that one of the Pirates movies?
I want it, it's a mermaid. Ditz has got it.
Ah.
Sorry. You can tell I'm here because I'm looking at the camera.
This camera stand isn't the best one. Yes, finger pointing to the stars.
Oh, right.
As I was saying, some of your YouTube names are different to your Facebook names, so you know,
That's a big
I get
one.
muddled because
Do you like this
I
one?
was a bit simple.
You like this one?
No, thank
Bit.
you.
Oh,
Oi,
leave it in there.
offspring.
Spawn.
Oh, yeah, I love Davy Jones' locker. A skeleton down here, and then a mermaid with like a massive tail. Looks like eyes in the tail. It's awesome.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Sam from Diamond Dot Studios here.
Hi, Sam.
Hi Sam.
Are you working on a project, Sam? Or far too busy? I bet you're far too busy.
Pencil Unlimited.
Huh?
Pencil Unlimited.
Yeah, no, I just call it Diamond Art Studio as well. So. I'm going to tie my hair up so I can diamond paint.
Me too.
Same here.
Hi, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Oh, I don't have the strawberries, the kids do.
Mhm.
Shaz wants one. Oh, I thought he was going to get a half-eaten one there.
Here you go. Ah! Sorry, you can't take a strawberry.
Oh, patience of a saint. I couldn't do charting. No, thank you.
What's time?
Putting the grid together. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. Definitely couldn't.
I learned about what an economy is.
Oh, what's an economy? Let's bring the tone
Well,
down.
there's 4 stages of the economy.
Okay.
First stage is gathering the raw materials.
Okay.
Second stage is creating something.
Okay.
Third stage is something else.
Cool.
Then fourth stage is selling it.
Okay.
What's the stage we don't know? It's between selling it and making a thing. Is it like advertising it or something?
True. That could be it.
Oh, cool.
Because you're not off in that bit.
No, I wrote about it in my book, which for some reason smelled like fish.
Love you, Sam.
Okay.
I'm not joking. Everyone was like, "Why does it
Sam-
smell like
Sam's
fish?"
going back to work.
Okay, bye,
Oh,
Sam.
Bye Sam.
You can hide in here, we won't tell.
Where are they hiding?
This is Nicholas. She's not sure how long she can hibernate in here for. That's what
Okay.
she's saying.
I've got bad news. I'm running out of Florida stuff. So
That's okay. I've got plenty of stuff we can talk about because
is it diamond paint related?
well, yes, but
I have
no.
something to talk about.
Got bad news.
Also true crime because you followed some cases that I was watching.
Also, I have some stuff we could talk about.
The economy.
No games.
Oh, I did get really upset a little while ago because the Queen passed away.
Yeah.
No.
That's sad.
Yeah.
She's a legend.
Yeah.
Apparently your teacher kept checking the computer for news.
Yeah, during my geography lesson, she kept going over and refreshing the news to see if the Queen was still alive. 'Cause she already thought she's gonna die.
She's going to pass.
Pass.
I don't like the word die or dead. But yeah, she sadly has 96, I think. You're moving. You're on the run with your phone in your hand.
Who here likes strawberries?
I've got my tea, I'm happy. Yeah, she's an absolute legend.
She was 60.
Yeah, 96.
That is not
Yeah.
69, that's 96.
Yeah, there's a bit of a difference.
Yeah. Mum's broken into nearly spitting out her tea from that.
No?
Just gonna wash it.
Gotta wash it down with tea if you're about to spit it out.
Yeah, Mum.
So, what has been going on? It feels like ages since we've done a live
Oh, it's good.
because we were on holiday and on the Thursday, because we thought about going live, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it was thunderstorms.
True, it was a tent day.
It was a tent day.
And I managed to do something very impressive during that day.
It poured down, thunderstorms. So we sat and diamond painted, and what else did we do, Reese, that was really impressive?
I managed to make Mum play Mario Party with me. Even Carl
I
knows
enjoyed
that's a
it.
surprise.
It's just the silly games every time.
Yeah, because you have to be able to make money somehow. You can't just have it so you land on a blue space, have some money. Because then there's never going to be enough time to get stars.
Well, the games are daft.
It's just because Mum doesn't know how to move and look at the same time.
Yeah.
Whenever she has to go to the right,
That
she
was
takes a
not the-
left turn
was-
until she looks right.
That was not the point. When I was growing up, we had a D-pad controller like yours, but we didn't have the two little joysticks. We had like a D-pad and buttons, so it was easy. You moved up and down with this one on the D-pad, and you pressed A and B or mashed the buttons here. So it was easy.
Don't worry, I have an upgrade for you.
On
You
yours,
can play with
you've got
one
right
Joy-Con.
bumpers, left bumpers, two joysticks and buttons, home screen, then the three dots. I don't understand
3 dots.
any of it.
3 lines.
3 lines.
3 lines, and even then, that's an Xbox controller.
Yeah, but most like PlayStation still have the start button, which is that.
So yeah. Shaz is saving up for Splatoon 3.
Ooh, I was thinking about that game.
You can get a pad for the Switch. So what Carl bought.
No, that's called a controller.
Okay.
I don't know what a pad is.
Gamepad?
No pad.
For old school gamers like us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have an upgrade. We can
Oh,
get
don't
you
worry.
using one Joy-Con.
I don't mind doing it on holiday, that's different, but I'm not a regular.
You can use
Gamer.
one Joy-Con. That eliminates half the buttons in the entire controller and makes everything 10 times more complicated.
I'm quite happy sat here with my diamonds. while they
Promised
argue.
you'd play after nannies. We haven't played since holiday.
Oh. How's school been, Reese? Because you're back at
Good.
school.
Good.
Carl has a new job. How's that going?
Good. It's actually going really nicely. I don't dread going in.
No, you hated the shop, didn't you?
I've noticed that my brain switches off for like the first 6 hours. It's a repair. You're working in a factory. For those who don't know, it's a linen factory. It's like for bed sheets and stuff.
1 second, please.
This game is here.
Miss Gamer is
Let's get
here.
on. We still haven't played Outlast because we got distracted by playing a new game where it's a murder mystery. So Mum instantly fell in love with it the second the dead
Yeah,
body
we'll talk
showed
about that
up.
shortly. But you were saying about your job.
I'll
Yeah.
let Carl sit on the stool
Why would I want to sit on the stool when I'm sat in a chair?
because it's next to Mum.
And you can all hear them. You can hear Reese
I
from
can't hear any of
upstairs.
them.
But
Yeah, it's a fairly simple job. So my brain, like, I'm not by any conscious decision, but my brain just drifts off and I think about TV shows that I watched like 4 months ago.
Miss Gamer's soaked. She's just put the bins out.
Oh,
It's belting down.
why'd you put the bins out? It's a Thursday.
She's in Scotland.
Okay,
She doesn't live down the road.
She's 3 hours
It'd be great
away.
if she did, because I wouldn't have to hound you to put them.
You wouldn't live here. You'd be living with Jen.
That would be nice if we lived
I'll be
with
messaging
Jen.
Jen saying, send him home
Where
when
does-
you're fed
Where
up.
does Jen live?
Scotland.
Scotland. Can we go to Scotland? We're talking about moving.
Tonight.
Can we move to Scotland?
You want to move to Scotland?
Yeah.
Don't even have to move, just move, go over to Jen, stay there for a week, and then she'll kick us
That
out.
would be really fun.
Stay there till we get kicked out.
Yeah. So
You,
it'll take-
you might want to like ask first, or you just going to
Nah,
turn up.
yeah, whatever. But yeah, I've noticed that my brain shuts off when I do the factory work, which I'm fully for, because I'm doing it all right.
Maybe this point actually, can we move to Scotland?
That's super cool, Sharon.
Ask Jen, can we move to Scotland?
Don't really think it's
Jen,
lots
they
of
want to
chicks.
move in with you.
Anyway,
I'll drop them off.
can you not do that?
What, you want me to drop you off?
No, it's trying to bend my headphones till they break again. But yeah, it's fairly simple stuff. I'm enjoying it, and I get paid. You know. And
Oh,
So,
she said she'd love to, but no thank you.
oh, okay.
Well, can we move to Scotland near Jen?
Stand outside our house with a sign. Play with us, Jen.
What happened to wanting to be near your uncle?
Well, things change when I can play games with someone.
Yeah, Lee hates playing with us.
No, it's not fair.
I remember as a kid, I'd always go, Uncle Lee, can we play a game? And he's like, no. And then
He loves
so-
PUBG or whatever it is.
True, I do play that with him, but I've kind of stopped playing.
Yeah. You
Well,
don't play
he's
Fortnite
in,
with your girlfriend anymore.
He's in Estonia at the moment.
You're getting winner chicken dinners.
Yeah.
But we had thunderstorms last night, didn't we? And then it's been raining most of the day today.
I know
Yeah.
this
I
is
wanted to
not
play pool.
happening.
We never got to do that. Play tomorrow, you promise?
Don't worry, she'll promise, but we won't do it.
Mm. But anyway, thank you, Reese. Just took my rubbish.
Took his leaves.
Yeah, my job's nice. I like it. And all the pay's set up now, it just goes straight into my account, so I don't have to spend a week going, excuse me, can I be paid for the last like 3 months? You'll go,
Yeah.
okay, 200 quid.
It's nicer, isn't it? Having it
Yeah.
All done. You know, in Scotland, I know this from Dan Peyton Gamer's whipping chat.
In
Because her
Scotland,
son has got a place in uni for September next year,
right,
and he's just got a job,
mm,
and it's a 10-minute bus ride from their house, and all the buses offer it for a certain age,
Okay.
so he can get to work for free.
Cool.
That wouldn't happen over here. They want their pounds. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Everyone's palming their kids off on Jen. Ditz is joining in. I'd trump you, mine's 19.
Yeah. So babysitting them or just, you know, hanging out with strangers.
Strangers.
Well, Jen doesn't know what my favourite game is. I barely know what my favourite game is.
Free up to 21. Or maybe 24. Wow. Maybe we should move to Scotland.
Everyone have a list of the games you have.
Well, that's not all of them, but yeah, I think.
I've been working on my Buddha on the dining room table, and for the first time since I got it, I took it off the table and I said to the kids, oh my goodness, there's wood underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one underneath the Buddha.
Yeah, takes up the whole blooming table.
Yep.
We have to put up with the sturgeon. Can't be any worse than over here. Oh wow! Hayley has to go and get her kids from school.
Now,
Yeah, 8:30 at night.
I think you might have forgotten them. Or they've got a really long after school club.
Like further math.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't see the comments. Do you want the comments and then you can...
No, I think I can just get up my phone, but my phone's about to die because the plug's gone.
Well, I've got mine on charge because it eats it, and I've got Reese's on charge for the comments.
Cool.
Night.
Mum's phone's probably only on 68%.
Yeah, you came in the other day and told me off.
Oh, Atlanta's in the States. What part of the States are you in?
Is it Florida?
3:30 where I am. I love that people in America found my little channel. I find it like, what? Wisconsin. Wow.
Where's that? Is that near North Carolina or is it closer to...
South Carolina.
We watched a police chase. It didn't actually, it did happen, but it didn't happen like, wasn't a live thing or anything. It's on one of those police shows that shows you stupid people being stupid. And breaking
Well,
laws.
that's kind of the point.
Was he
Stupid people being clever would be a bit boring, wouldn't it?
Anyway.
You just gave me the look to say, shut up, Mum.
Yeah.
Closer to Canada.
Okay. They're all very polite there. They leave their car doors unlocked just in case a polar bear shows up. You need somewhere to hide. I'm not making that up. That's like a genuine rule that they have around there. They're like, if you don't want your neighbour to get eaten by a polar bear, you leave the car door unlocked.
I'm looking at
Anyway,
the one person who tries to
we watched a car chase in Arizona, and they all wear the hats that I see in New Vegas, and it just kind of made me go, ah. But then the police chase, they were on the motorway, and they were like, I was going to Las Vegas, and I'm like, oh, they're going to Vegas, Mum. Mum was like, ugh, just let me carry on dining cleaning. And Reese was at school, so I didn't have anyone to go, oh, yeah, I'm going to Vegas.
Do you want to go to Vegas? Is that your
I'd
think.
rather go to Florida because it's
That's
like
why
You want to go to Florida
Fallout
so you can throw
Vegas.
an alligator in a McDonald's window.
it's like saying, would you like to go to the Amazon or would you like to go to New York? Both are very interesting for different reasons, aren't they?
Okay.
Because one's
But you
nature
said I'd rather.
unleashed compared to one that's
The one we're looking at with Vegas
civilization.
or
No, we're coming
Florida.
with you on the school run.
Florida has
She's
Florida.
like, I forgot I'm watching it on my phone. Let's go.
Yeah. Just don't do it while you're driving.
Yeah, I hope you're walking.
Florida has a lot of news that makes you want to go there. And then Vegas, you want to go there because of Fallout in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, that and it's also like a really, looks
And
like a nice
Mojang.
place. Mojave, yeah.
Mojave.
That's the
Mojang.
desert. I'd like to walk around the desert as well, but it'd probably get hot.
You would definitely get sunburn, and that was bad enough in Chroma.
I got
I think you
sunburn
could get
on my
a li-
scalp.
You could get a little hot in the
agony.
desert with no water.
Mum was telling me to just put some cold water on it.
Florida has some massively large bugs.
Yeah, I've heard that the mosquitoes can pick off your newborns if you're not
Are
careful.
they like the seagulls here that nick your food?
Yeah, you just hear and then you'll look over and you'll see the pram like drifting off. But
That's all they do for chicks.
it was a chicken nail. But, yeah.
That makes it
Been
very
ages since
serious.
I've done a round
Because of
one.
your favourite bird.
Well, I didn't notice that the seagulls were attacking me until one landed on my shoulder and another three landed on my arm. And one bit my finger, and Mum just kept laughing at me when I told her about that. And I'm like, look, it's all bruised, and there's like a massive bruise along my
I was
finger.
gone. Oh, it is too late. You couldn't get me back. I
Yeah.
couldn't be serious after that.
Yeah. And then I tried to tell my nan to give me a bit of, emotional support. She went, you shouldn't eat outside. It looks, I can't remember how she put it, either dirty or wrong or something.
Don't eat outside, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Well, because, you see someone walking along and chewing, apparently it looks off or whatever, but I just don't think it was the right thing to say to someone who was,
Emotionally damaged
yeah.
over a chicken mayo.
It's like going up to someone who got hit by a car and going, should have looked both ways. It's true, but you shouldn't have done it at that time because it's not what the person needs to hear. Yeah. But anyway,
There's the ruler Mum was going to look for.
No, I found it. That's not the one that snaps in half for your pencil case, though. Don't.
I
The-
found the main one. I found it on the floor and I said, mine.
called theft.
It's called Finders Keepers.
Ditch wants to go where the unicorns live.
So non-existence.
You were just in Scotland. Ditch went on holiday.
Okay. Did Dits enjoy her holiday? Was it the type of holiday where you get home and you go, well, that was fun, but I'm never doing it again?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, interesting. She's trying to make holographic release sheets. That'll be also Carl's like, what on earth are you on? He's looking at me like, what?
Holographic. Why do you need holographic ones?
That would be awesome.
No, it wouldn't. They wouldn't work.
Yeah, they would.
It's holographic.
Yeah.
It replaces through the holograph.
Holograph?
Yeah.
Oops, have I put down the wrong symbol? Yes, I have.
You mean hologram?
What's the difference?
Holograph. It's not a word.
See, I just slid them across because this is poured glue. That Buddha, I can't do that because it's like,
It's not double-sided.
it is double-sided Buddha.
Double-sided.
And I've had to take the craft knife at it.
Look, I just have to wait and Cole look over.
You crack on, Dits, and keep us updated. We'll all be watching now.
What is it?
Holographic release sheets.
I might watch just to see what they are. So yeah, you've
They're
got
like this, but holographic.
Oh, well now you've ruined it, so now I won't need to watch it.
Yeah, you will, because... You will. Because you'll be buying me some.
Cool.
How much have I got left to do on the Buddha, Carl?
2/3.
About half.
It's definitely not half. It's over half.
Over half, so a third.
Looks like a quarter and a bit.
Yeah, I'd say... I don't know, it's hard to say, because
It looks like a quarter.
I've kind of got this bit left. So I've worked across the top and worked across the...
Yeah, a bit over a quarter.
A bit over a quarter.
So it's not over half.
It is over half.
A bit over a quarter. Where are you going?
A bit over a quarter would mean that a bit under 3/4 is done. So it's over a half. Why are we having this discussion?
I thought you meant when I said half, there's more than a half undone.
Not done.
Oh.
How
It's
much have I
taking
got
lines
left
off.
to do? Is the question.
How much is left to do? A bit over a quarter.
A little bit over a quarter.
Yes.
Of 80 by 110.
I
A
haven't got
lot.
a tape measure on me, but yeah, it looks like that. She expects me to know more.
Yeah, I actually moved it.
55-50.
Excuse me. I actually moved the Buddha over because I'm sick of working on it, and pulled this one out to do the whip and chat on, and I hate it. It's really gappy and it's really horrible. From here it looks fine, but up close I don't like it at all. And the kids are like, what are you moaning about? Don't see what you're moaning about. I see it,
Right.
don't I?
Yeah, well, I guess you do. I don't.
Oh, I guess you do, I
No,
don't.
I don't like it because of this reason.
You can see all the lines underneath the drills.
I can't.
You're not a fanatic, so you won't see it, will you?
That's not.
I'm gonna do what you cried.
So, Mum, how was lunch?
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
know how lunch went.
Well, let's go back to the very beginning of that sentence, shall we? Carl said to me, do you want a Subway? And I said, no, I don't like Subway. If I want a sandwich, I'll go in the kitchen and make myself one. I don't see the point in paying a £5. I know they
How
do.
many meatballs do you have in the fridge?
Yeah, I know you get all the meatball steak and all that
Yeah.
jazz. I don't do that, but so Carl said to me, "Oh, what do you want for lunch?" And then he went on to McDonald's, and then he went to check out on McDonald's, and it said, "Sorry, all what you want is not available, but you can have 2 lots of large fries." Wouldn't let him purchase it. And I said, you do this every time you offer me lunch. I end up paying for it. So I ordered McDonald's. At what time, Carl? About 11:30? Half 11?
Earlier.
12, half 11, something like that?
About 11ish.
About 11.
Yeah. It was pretty, you know.
It-
Up 11 at
It turned up at 3:45. Because Reese was home.
Yeah, I know how lunch went. I got some large fries out of it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you were happy. I was starving. You see how many
It
carbs
turned
I
up
get
at
to bring
3:45. And we phoned McDonald's to say,
I find McDonald's.
hello, where's our order? And they went, oh no, you have to go through Just Eat. Well, on the Just Eat app,
Because it's a third party.
you have to email them. And then it turned up, we kind of gave up at that point. It turned up at 3:45. We sat, we ate it. It was fine for what it was.
They're doing the new Monopoly thing for one, not new.
Monopoly.
They're doing the Monopoly thing again where you win free stuff, which
Yeah.
I really like, which kind of compels me to get more McDonald's, which, you know, doesn't help with this. But
We'll just order it now for tomorrow.
It's a new version. There's 2 stickers per piece of food.
it's not new, it's depending on what you get.
No.
Yeah, so what did you win?
No, something new, double peel.
You you won a flatbread.
I won
Gross.
a hash brown or bacon flatbread.
Yeah.
I don't like either of those from McDonald's, so I'll give it to Reese.
I'm getting hash brown.
And then I won a Diet Coke, no, not Diet Coke, zero sugar Coke or a milkshake. I kept that. I don't know where I put it, so I might have lost it.
I might have put it on the fireplace.
I think I gave it to you and you were like, oh, I'm not supposed to put it. But I got one of the new burgers. It's like, what's it called? Big Tasty. And it's like a pancake with the burger. It's much bigger and I'm just sat like. It's got burger sauce, which I now know is made out of barbecue sauce and mayonnaise. Mayonnaise? Mayo, whatever it is.
Mayonnaise. It's mayo.
Whatever it is, I can't remember.
Mayonnaise or mayo?
But yeah, I found that out when Reese and Mum went on holiday and I got a little tub of barbecue beans with my thing and I got some mayo sauce. And I was like, what happens if I mix these? I mixed them and I was like, oh my god, it's burger sauce! I figured it out!
Why would you sit there and wonder what mixing? What?
I had a very fun holiday.
I think you missed us. Sitting there mixing sauces and go, oh my god, I've created barbecue sauce.
Burger sauce.
Burger sauce, sorry.
But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I got the new thing and I enjoyed it.
The Big Tasty with bacon.
Yeah.
But I don't like bacon.
And I've got ice cream, I like that. I couldn't decide between getting a Mars bar McFlurry or
A
getting
Mars
a Twix.
McFlurry or a Twix. Then he burst out laughing
After
all
about
by himself.
After about 5 minutes of thinking about it, I was just sat like looking between them. And then what happened?
They're both ice cream with chocolate and caramel.
And then I just couldn't. I was laughing to the point of tears because I was sat there contemplating which one to get.
You didn't know whether to get the ice cream with chocolate and caramel or the chocolate and caramel ice cream.
Yeah. I was like, well, I don't want a Smarties one, and I don't want any of the other ones. I just want to pick between these two. And I was sat there for
Took
ages.
him 10 minutes to decide.
Did you put it on Mastermind?
I just checked out because I knew.
Sounds like a game.
He probably wouldn't have noticed the difference anyway.
Sorry?
But yeah, so lunch.
Went well.
11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah. You got a Big Mac.
I did get a Big Mac.
At least it was warm.
I lost my chips and I lost my Coke. Because we felt bad that Reese didn't have any, but we were supposed to eat that at
5
11:30.
hours before we got it.
Jen's got more parcels.
For a secret.
I can't believe that. I got my fan sales order. I sat and recorded all the unboxing, explaining the backstory. Obviously, Jen knows the backstory. I explained it all, and then I time lapsed my pink gnomes, added it to that video. And the next thing I know, I've deleted it, the whole thing. And I'm like, I don't even have the time lapse for the pink gnomes. Sucks to be me sometimes.
What did I say to the McDonald's when they said, "Oh, is there anything else I can help you with?" After
Oh
telling me
yeah,
to
no,
go
they
to
said,
eat?
they turned around and said, oh no, you have to like speak to Just Eat. And you said, well, we've emailed them because that's all we can do. And then he phoned back, didn't he?
Yeah.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cole's like, hello. And he said, oh, I've got something here about
An update.
updating your order. And Cole was like, well, we're still waiting for it. And then he's like, oh, okay, we'll leave it with the Just Eat people, basically. And then he said, is there anything else I can help you with? And Cole said,
Aside from sending the order to our house. No.
unless you've got our food.
Yeah.
No.
Thing is, I thought.
You went, have a nice day, and hung up on him.
Yeah, I thought that, aside from sending us our food, but for some reason I didn't stop myself, I just said it, and you looked at me like you actually just said that, and it was like, oh yeah, I did, but you didn't acknowledge it, you just went, oh, thank you, bye, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't hang up quick enough. So yeah, that happened. Well, it would have been quicker to get in my car and go get it.
Yeah. It'd now be a fun story to tell the people at home.
Like me.
Yeah, it's hard because it constantly says, oh, you can't, store it on your phone, there's not enough room. So you think, oh, I'll delete all the old ones and then some of the new ones go with it. So annoying. But it completely went off my phone. Because I even went into the deleted bit and cleared it, thinking I don't need any of them. But I did. But it's too late, it was gone. At least you can blame the heat dits. I can't. No, it's all on me. Oh, the joys. People think YouTubing is easy. Cole and me went to the shop this morning because I needed some milk. And Cole brought £2 with him in cash. And then we were walking round. This is the local co-op. I had my milk and I had my washing machine capsules. I had everything I needed. That's all I went for. And Carl went, I'm going to go and get a basket.
I think I know where this is going.
Do you want to tell everyone what you bought and how much it came to?
So there was an assorted amount of assorted chocolates, basically. There were double deckers, there were Boost chocolate bars, there were all sorts. Squares, and all of them 16p each. So I saw that thought, oh, just be 2 seconds, Mum. Said to Mum that. And grabbed a basket and just started shoveling stuff in. And Mum was like,
Oh my god.
yeah, Mum really gets embarrassed and upset.
I do, because you always hunt down the yellow labels. It's embarrassing.
There's a discount.
And you don't
now
just-
It's probably made for you because they know you.
Yeah.
Doesn't just get one or
So
two.
I just walked into a slime.
He pretty much does that with the shelf.
Yeah. Well, that's how you should.
And then I said, oh, can you grab some Skittles then for Reese? He ran out of energy and gave me 2 bags of those.
Well, I don't like Skittles.
Reese does.
I do like my Skittles.
But yeah, after the lady got the basket and went, because I waited after Mum to do it, and she went beep 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 beep, like she counted up that there was 20 squares and then just scanned
Beep,
one
beep, 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 beep,
3
beep.
times,
Yeah.
And we needed a bag, which made me a bit sad because that's like 20.
Don't need a big.
But it
You
came
can
to
carry them all with your hands.
it came to like 450 for like rough estimate about 50 different like altogether chocolate bars.
I think 50 is a bit generous.
20.
20's a bit generous.
No,
Well-
well, no, it's probably,
Decent amount of chocolate.
yeah, it was a decent amount.
And I was very happy with myself. It's not the pizzas, but I don't think I'll ever see the pizzas again. It's a bit heartbreaking. But
Cold like this at pizzas.
you get like 25p each and I'd spend like £3. And
That button annoys me.
something.
Reese, have you tried the giant Skittles?
Oh, I have actually.
Oh, do you guys know about
I've tried
this?
a lot of Skittles.
Comment. It's what?
I've tried a lot of Skittles.
Tried a lot of Skittles.
Yeah, I've tried the sour ones, the ones I had, then told Mum I think I have COVID, I can't taste anything. She went, you don't have it. A couple days later I was tested positive, meaning I did have it.
Well, excuse me for living in hope that you didn't.
Yeah, you can succumb
I've
to.
tried the ones that do not have an outside.
Yeah, the no shell ones.
Yeah.
With basically Chewits. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, the no shell ones.
Speaking of
There
those
were some
ones,
squishy ones. Haven't had them yet. Cold, this sponge managed to get himself stuck in a mountain.
oh no.
Right in my mouth like murdering.
I don't like sour sweets.
Oh, they're not that sour.
Not when you have COVID.
Have you ever had
It
toxic
was,
wastes,
I had
Mum?
them a second
Pardon?
time that
Have you ever had these things called toxic wastes?
Yeah.
You
I
get
know.
in, like the little barrels and yeah. There used to be a thing at school where you bring as many as you can and the first one to get your tongue to bleed wins.
God, that game.
Yeah, honestly, it would take, if you had them like one after the other, you needed like 3 and your tongue would be bleeding.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. It wasn't so funny when someone decided to play that game with deodorant.
With their tongue stuck
I'm
in
so
it.
glad. I
Tongue didn't
chose-
bleed, they just had a mouthful of.
I'm so
Yes.
glad I chose not to send Reese to the one that I sent you to, because this school's a bit more.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, there was the guy that got his face stomped in. There was the girl that slashed the guy with their nails back of his head and he started bleeding. There's the time that the
They were just awful. I went to them and asked them for help, and they were like, "I think your son has Asperger's."
Mm.
How does that help me right now? I'm asking for help.
I have a weak magic weapon.
You say weak, it does 14 damage. You usually do 7. And it also sets the enemy on fire. His mum's.
I'm quite liking these little containers.
I think it has some accuracy with it.
Sorry?
Sharon likes sour sweets.
Oh, okay.
I don't see the point in sitting there like that.
Well, I get that with spicy food. I like
Oh my god, we were going through the McDonald's menu. He was like, why would you pay $3.99 for 4 nuggets and £6 for 20 nuggets? Although when you get the 20 nuggets, you get a bit sick of nuggets at that point because you've eaten so many nuggets. And I'm like, but it's called a share box. You're supposed to share them with people.
Who wants to share them?
I said it's more of a recommendation. than a share box.
And then he was like,
With the spicy.
oh, they've got spicy ones now. And I was like, oh, do you want some spicy ones? And they went, no, I don't like spicy ones.
Yeah. And I pointed out that the spicy share box compared to a 6-piece was like £1 difference. And I was like, look, like you get 11 more nuggets. There's a 9-piece, I think. You know, you get 11 nuggets for like £1 and 10 pence. And then Mum was like, well, you don't like them. I was like, no, I don't want any, but I'm just pointing that out. And he laughed at me.
Can I get a wooden sword?
Yeah, because it was
Yeah,
fun.
it's better than a short sword. Anyway, yeah. That's
Oh.
that. Yeah, things are pretty good at the moment, I think.
Blunts and Gems is here.
Hello.
Is your lock turned down?
I believe also in the States.
It's even better.
Make
It's
another
the
one.
same.
Make another one. Made of wood.
True. You're the same as I guess.
Shaz had barbecue ribs last week.
I had barbecue ribs. Sorry. I don't really know what else to add to someone saying that they had barbecue ribs. I had barbecue ribs. But the thing is,
Tomorrow she's got sticky Chinese ones.
Tell me, who's your most favourite chicken?
most people probably don't know what favourite... The only reason I know what the favourite chicken is like a KFC type of thing.
Yeah, knock off.
And the only reason I ever considered getting any is because Mum used to get it. It was right next to a nightclub that Mum used to sneak into when she was like 12 or something.
Oh, I wasn't quite that young.
Yeah, and Mum used to get like wasted and pick fights and stuff. Then afterwards she would go and get an ice pack or something from
That's so not true.
chicken place.
I think
And-
anyone who knows me is like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Not going to fall for that. Look, I've got a hair stuck in. Now all my drills are pinging off.
Lovely. Anyway, the only reason I know about that place is because Mum used to go there after clubbing. And I went there once on foot, and then I looked it up and the delivery was free, so I just started having it a bunch of times. And I had the ribs the other day.
Have the dumplings.
And yeah, it was quite nice.
Just,
If you drop an umbrella,
just above her ankle.
What's that?
Oh, I know. Like
Dick said Mikey's school had a go at a girl because her trousers were too small. Mikey said they were just above her ankle.
Yeah, they do that, don't they? There was like a thing about how...
Well, that's like an inch.
yeah.
Not even an inch.
Yeah, there was a thing about how boys wanted to wear, because girls could wear skirts in the summer, but boys had to wear the trousers. And this guy came in a skirt. He was like, "What are you going to do? Tell me off." And then all the boys started coming in skirts.
Oh my god.
And they like made like a what's it called, revolution or something.
Revolt.
And the teachers were like, "Fine, you can wear shorts. Just stop wearing skirts."
6 copper.
And they were like, "It won. It's a successful thing."
No, we went all.
Yeah, because then, especially now, it'll be discrimination.
Yeah. Then you get the more stupid ones where like the girl was told that she couldn't have, it was like an uniform thing, but she couldn't wear a vest or whatever because it showed off her shoulders. And apparently that, one of the teachers was like, "Oh, it creates impure thoughts with the young boys." And I'm like, really? Shoulders?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
And only that.
Oh god, I
Logic.
just got someone killed.
But,
Run, Miner, run.
school's that weird place where just everything's a mess. Your life, your mental state, your emotions. Come on. Well, he hasn't gone to that point yet. He's just Reese. He's always like that.
You love school, don't you, Reese?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is a bad thing. I think it's very like informing. Like,
I died like 3 times.
trust me, I learned a lot from school. It really
Demolition
made me.
killed half the zombies already.
I would say it made me the man I am today, but you know, it's not a positive review, is
Well,
it?
half of your friends are mums.
The rest are druggies, so you know. There's actually one of the guys who I considered like, you know, pretty much my best mate. He's actually like addicted to cocaine now, so I've heard it from like multiple people. I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
that's sad.
Yeah. It's not
But
great.
apparently he was doing it at school, wasn't he? He
What?
sort of come out.
No, it was coming out that he was sleeping with everyone at school. The cocaine came later. But no one believed him about the whole sleeping with everyone because, you know, of course you have, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then afterwards we were kind of like, oh, maybe he was telling the truth about that too, you know?
Shaz is going.
Bye, Shaz.
How are you? They got bye, Shaz.
Yeah, I think high school is one of those cool things that informs you. It's your first exposure to how horrible the world is, but also like since it's all new, it's fun. You know what I mean?
I can't really speak to that experience because my home life was so awful.
Well, you remember when you were bullying that girl and you threw a bag over the fence?
Yes.
If you did it now, you'd probably be like not arrested, but you would get in trouble, and you'd have.
I did get in trouble. I got called a bully. And Mum went, "Oh, come on,
Yeah.
get a life."
Yeah.
That's what my mum said to the teacher.
Well, I had a similar thing where I got put in isolation, so I got like taken away from all the other students.
Yeah, and put with all the really quirky, weird ones.
Quirky, yes. I honestly thought I was going to be attacked, but I was sat in their version of a canteen and they were all looking at each other like they're ready to like.
And you wasn't allowed to go get proper lunch. You had to have like a cheap pot noodle thing.
Yeah, and we had to have the guy that usually watches the fence to make sure no one climbs over it. He had to sit and watch me. And I'm like, do you really have to do this? And he's like, yeah, I have to watch just to make sure. You know,
All because you put someone in a headlock.
yeah, we were all putting each other in the so I was fine.
Not because they threw your time.
No, that was a different time.
Ah.
But I put that guy in a headlock, and I was like, it was because the teacher turned up and saw me, you know, just holding this guy in a headlock. But we were all, it was takedowns, it was like something we all did. And, yeah.
You were messing around.
Yeah. Well, we did
You
this,
were all messing around. It's just you got caught on your turn.
yeah. Well, we were doing this thing, we did this takedowns thing for like a while, and I think I kind of like, you know, wasn't fair that I did judo at the time, so I kind of had like a bit of, you know.
Upper hand.
Yeah, a little bit. And I remember one of my mates put, like, do you know what a full Nelson is? You put,
Yeah.
Like that.
yeah, that.
Yeah. Well, I know it through wrestling.
But yeah, he put me in one of those. He was like, well, what are you going to do now? And I just ran my arms down and, like, I could hear his fingers crack. And he was like, ah! But, yeah.
You don't realise how strong you are.
I didn't realise, I just thought, you know, got to get out of it. So,
Yeah.
do
What's
that.
he gonna do now?
Oh, God! Yeah. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was a good time.
I'm not hiding indoors.
It is like a weird, what's it called, when you look back and you don't remember the bad things. Stockholm Syndrome?
That's all stuck on.
That's when you're held hostage, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but
Well, you could say the same about childbirth because if you remembered how painful it was the first time, you would never have a second child.
yeah, I guess. But it's like that with high school. Like, I don't remember all the detentions or the stupid rules. Or I remember one time I fell asleep in the back of history and a girl kept laughing at me because I kept like doing this. You guys can't see, but I was falling asleep and I go, I'm awake. wouldn't say I'm awake, but I'd shoot back up and be like, come on, stay conscious. And this girl kept laughing because she could just see me holding my mobile. She just kept laughing at me. So I kept like going like, that's fall asleep, that's fall asleep. I'm awake, until I became.
This magic is very good.
Yeah.
I should make fun of it a few minutes ago.
That girl works in co-op now. I'm not sure if she works there anymore, but she. Yeah.
Dumped it.
She asked me for ID when I first walked in, asked for cigarettes.
I know.
And I
He was
like,
outraged.
You
He's
know me.
like, I was in your class at school.
Yeah, you know me. How do you not remember me? I'm so memorable. Yeah.
Hardly, because you didn't make an appearance
I
for.
was a charming individual. I once kicked a dead
He
girl.
bailed at school. Like, he just stopped
That
going.
was the last year. Right, one former two.
And then he got a distinction in hospitality, and all his friends were like, how on earth did you get a distinction?
Well, because hospitality was mostly coursework, so it's like, okay, go to, open PowerPoint presentation 402 and please write down how not to burn a steak, that kind of thing. I just didn't want to do it, so I just stopped going. Started like walking around school.
It wasn't because of hospitality.
No, that's why I just stopped going to hospitality, specifically for me. So like for
I just killed a ghost, please.
I think maybe 3 years I just didn't turn up to hospitality, and I got distinction in level 2 because it was all business questions like, should you be careful of hygiene? What do you do if there's a rat in the kitchen? And I'm like, what do you do when there's a rat in the kitchen? Maybe not.
What's
cook.
you gonna do?
Clean.
That's a song by UB40, I believe.
Okay, but yeah, I just stopped going, and people started like, you got like, because after the test, the guy was like, oh, teacher, you went, oh, well, these are the people. There were 4 people that got distinction level 2s. These are the people, and I was on the list. And I wasn't even in the class, so he was revealing that. It was at lunch. Everyone came up to me and were like, how did you get distinction level 2? You haven't shown up for years. I was like, well, it's pretty easy, isn't it? They didn't like that answer. Yeah.
You alright, baby? Henry's under the table. He's worrying me, my little doggy. He's limping on his legs a lot. On his back legs. Aren't you? Hey?
You do say that, but I think he's just lazy.
It's not baby. When he barks because someone's at the door, he could barely, like, get there. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a good thing.
Anyway, do you want to...
Can't get to the door if you want to.
Okay, I can see the comments now. Henry, you got to move so I can see the comments. Said it prematurely because now it's annoying me. Anyway, now I'm in charge. I'm gonna diamond paint. I don't know what this one is, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm sure Mum will appreciate that. It looks like these ones. Oh, it's not those ones. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble now. So yeah.
Go on then.
What do the comments say? Diamond
Are you
paint,
just
yeah.
pretending?
No, I tried to put one, but it's the wrong colour.
It's number 1s.
Okay, so I am doing it right, good. So, yeah, my favourite types of drills are the red ones because they are red.
Wow.
And
This is, let this be known, this is the very first time he has ever placed a single drill. Ever.
Perfect. I should have an award. But anyway, chat, what do you think?
You are now part of my family.
Yeah, I always felt like an outcast, but thanks for confirming it. But
If you use this size, you can place 4 instead of doing...
maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to relish.
I'm
Just like me, I don't like multiple.
No, you don't like multi-placing.
Yeah. So I've been meaning to play Outlast with Mum, but I think it's a good thing to wait for Halloween to do it. Does anyone want to talk about stuff? She loves things. So I'm just reading.
Okay, read now.
No. But yeah. PE's another lesson that I quite enjoyed. We always got put in the cold though for like rugby and stuff because the girls would go in and go on the gym or something. We always got put outside on the cold days for the winter. And they're like, oh Carl, you're quite good at rugby. And it's because, you know, again, did judo, so I understood how to knock someone over. But they were like, oh Carl, you're not supposed to punch him in the face. And that's how I stopped playing rugby. Oh Carl, you should join the rugby team. And I'm like, I'd rather just go home.
I have news.
I don't want to be here most of the time anyway. I don't want to have to stay behind before going home, you know, to play rugby.
What was your favourite sessions at school? There's a question.
Sharon hated PE.
I hated PE.
You got.
Hated it.
I always wanted to play dodgeball, but they never played dodgeball
I
unless it
remember
was for like a
the
reward.
teacher was trying to get us to do the pole vault and the crash mat came up to here on
Yeah.
me and I said I'm not doing that and she said run around the field and I loved cross country so I was quite happy to run around the field.
Yeah. I never really did much in PE. It was just, you know. I didn't like running because I wasn't very good at it. Music and chemistry. Yeah, that's Miss Gamer.
My favourite subject is.
Get on this brain box.
We had
Chemistry.
we had a music teacher called Mr. Lawrence, and everyone was like, "Is he your dad?"
Hey, one of the high up people, he isn't the principal, but he's somewhere near there.
Do you mean the head teacher?
Yeah. It's called Mr. Lawrence.
Okay. But yeah, everyone was like,
Lawrence.
Was Richard still at school?
Yeah.
Is he?
I quite. Do you guys have SMSC? Because that was something.
It's RE to us.
It's RE for you normal people. It's social, moral, political, sociological, something.
SM.
Social, moral,
SC.
spiritual, cultural. That's what it was. But it was basically like politics.
RE.
Yeah.
Religious education is what it was.
But it wasn't just religious. It was talking about all sorts. And I was nearly sick in the back of the class because they were talking about, like, I won't go into too much detail because it's not a very pleasant subject, but how some cultures mutilation is part of their faith or whatever. And
Delicate areas.
of delicate areas, and I was in the back of the class and I had my head on the table and I was just looking at the floor, pale, like all the colour gone from my face, and everyone was like, "You're right, Carl," because the teacher left to do something. I'll be right back, class, and we had the picture on the screen
Yeah, he left
of like
it up there.
what
didn't
they
he?
do,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I can't look at it because it's making me ill. But then when I wasn't looking at it, I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is not making me feel better. I was nearly sick. I honestly, if I didn't think I was going to be sick, I would have gotten up and left. But I thought, the second I like move, I'm going to be sick. And that's how I discovered that I'm not a fan of that kind of,
Topic.
yeah, self-mutilation. That's not really my type of thing. Who would have guessed?
Or do you want to politely put it, because it's a nice segue into what we can talk about next, but
Mutilation.
no, do you want to tell them what was next to our back gate that I made you get rid of?
Okay. Just got back from work. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm missing the comments, by the way. I'm just like, we're talking.
You need to break the book, but it helps out.
Yeah, chemistry was nice, I guess. They're like, "Oh, Cole, you should like chemistry or science in general because it's mostly maths." And I'm like, yeah, but it takes all the maths bit out of it. So why don't you like English? We've got, you know, German and that's words. And it's like, why do you think I like that?
Yeah.
Hey, you like KFC. Why aren't you eating this raw chicken? That's what it came down to. And I always thought, well,
Here's some news about Florida Worthy.
Reese, I'm a bit busy.
But pots can drop bombs
I know, I've been playing it for the past couple of days.
in your hell.
Yes,
I created my own hell.
that's nice.
Except
Anyway.
this one's not in master mode.
Yeah, you argued one night. Yeah, yeah. We also had sociology, which I guess was another part. It's just looking at society. And people didn't like me in sociology because I said that if a boat was sinking, we should it's sinking because we have too many people on it. We should chuck the disabled people off the edge, and they didn't like that. And I said, well, you could tie a rope to them, and then chuck the wheelchair off, and then have him thrown on it too. And they just didn't appreciate that. And I thought, well, to each their own. But someone's got a paddle, and it ain't going to be the guy with no legs. Just saying. I'm sorry if that's offensive, by the way.
It's kind of offensive.
Probably-
You're trying to throw
probably a bit
people
offensive.
off a boat.
But, Mum, if a boat's sinking because there's too many people
Oh,
on
I'm
it...
not playing that game. Do you want me to sit
No,
there?
no, I'm going to sit here now. You get to sit there and try and figure out what to do while I'm
Yeah, but I
talking about...
want that painting finished.
You're making the
Fine,
claim
you
that
win.
I'm too slow to do it.
I've
Anyway.
got plenty if you want to do one.
I was on my way back from work, and I'll get onto the story that you want me to tell. Come back from work, I'm exhausted because I have like a 40-minute walk to work, and I don't mind it on the way, but on the way back, I've been working for 8 hours and I haven't sat down, so my legs are a bit exhausted, as is the rest of me, funnily enough. But made it back, and there was a deceased rodent in the middle of the alleyway to get to the behind of the house, because I don't have a key because I lost it like 3 times, and Mum's like, I'm not buying you another one, when I was in high school, so I have to use the back gate to get to the back door, which is open.
Mom never even thought about getting
So if you want to sneak into the house, there's your little tip off. But yeah, so there was a deceased rodent, and I was like, Mum, can you open the front door, because I'm not walking past that.
It's right by the gate.
Yeah, right in front of the gate as well. So Mum wanted it gone. She wasn't going to do it. Reese wouldn't have been any help. So who had to do it?
You.
So I didn't want to touch it for some reason, and it was off-putting because its eyes were open.
Don't go into details. It's pretty gross. I said to you, I'll just put it in Carolyn's garden bin because they'll come pick it up on Wednesday, so
Yeah,
we can just get rid of it. But you did it.
thank you. And how I did
Then
it.
you said to me, oh, I don't know how, like Jeffrey Dahmer and that, all with animals and stuff.
Yeah, I said I understand how people mess around with dead bodies when they're human, because you know what they are, you know how they function and stuff like that. You have a basic understanding. But with animals, it's kind of like you're half expected to get back up and go. "Ah." That's why I started poking it first. Honestly, I worked my
Just
way
to
up.
make sure.
I got a pitchfork. I don't know if it's a pitchfork. It's a
Garden
fork,
fork.
whatever it's called. And it's like a shovel. It's not like a trowel type thing. And I started off by poking it, and I was working my way up to just, sticking the fork under it, lifting it up and taking it over to the bin to just drop off. And started off by poking it, then I lifted it up, and yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. My biggest fear was that I heard that when something ceases to exist in this mortal plane, its gases start to build up, and eventually, if agitated, it will explode. And I didn't want that
I
happening.
don't think it had been there long enough.
Yeah, and also it happens to whales because they have the most gas that builds up in the body because they're huge. So I don't think it happens so spontaneously with smaller.
Rodents.
Yeah.
That's definitely what they're saying, not
Yeah.
not naming what it was, we're failing that bit.
Maybe I should have turned it over and seen if it goes. Because you used to do that.
So you said to me about naming it, so I named it Roland Rat. Does anyone get the gist of that?
Probably not, because they're not old.
Who remembers Roland Rat?
So what are you guys talking about? Talk about RE language arts. What's language arts? Sociology?
I don't even know what.
Am I going to have this done by next week? I'll have it done
Well,
tonight.
if you're
Ready?
anything like
Watch.
me, you'll have it done within a year.
Yeah.
Is it fun or not?
No.
No?
I would much
Don't
rather
see
be
it.
playing that.
You don't see. You want him.
It feels like something I do at the factory. Just up in numbers. It's when I do the ironing.
You don't see it. You don't
Damn
see
it,
No.
it didn't jump.
It was funny when I was working in the factory. I thought, Mum does this. You know, she irons the clothes, she washes them all. But you don't have that.
Oh, I'll get a little bit of credit, don't
Yeah, you put quite a bit of effort into it. But then I thought, well, she doesn't do 1,000 in 8 hours, so. That's what you're expected to do, by the way. But you're expected to do about 1,000 once you know what you're doing. It isn't that hard to do. If we're doing about 150 an hour, you get about 900. And you just got to squeeze an extra 100 in there. Yeah,
you? Okay, so
I managed it, so it can't be that hard. Carry on.
Carl, I'm making my hotel.
Not you.
I was going to have a quick chat, and again we have to be careful with words. But I was going to have a chat. Anna remembers Roland Rat.
Oh.
I put it on YouTube and showed you both, and you were like, "What on earth are you watching?" It's like, yeah, that's what we grew up on. I sat and watched a trial,
Oh.
and I kept coming to Carl with it. Trevor Summers.
Don't remember the name.
You don't remember the name?
No.
He was the one that kidnapped his
Oh, do we have to do that one?
ex-wife. He forced himself upon her over a weekend and attempted.
He jumped too.
Attempted murder several. He had 11 charges based on 3 of those things, like several times.
It's not that funny, but
And
it's what happens at court that's funny.
no, it's not. It's the case isn't funny, and we'll get to the justice bit. But he annoyed me from the very beginning because he said, "I want to defend myself," and the judge, who was awesome, and he said, "Think about it," because even if you do and you get found guilty by a jury of your peers, you are looking at life in prison without the possibility of parole. And he went, okay, maybe not, I'll get my lawyer to do it. And then the ex-wife came up and gave her account of what happened. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house, to be honest, by the time she was done. And then he stood up and said, I want to defend myself, didn't he?
You went, oh, of course, like, you got annoyed about it. But
I
I was
got-
like, yes.
I got really
I went, Mum,
annoyed.
she's won the case. You want what? I went, oh, you won the case. So I mean,
Yes,
that's
but
what-
he'd done it, as a power trip and a manipulation tactic,
Where'd that get?
purely to put her through even more misery. That's the only reason he did that.
Yeah, but he completely annihilated his case. He
He
didn't have
did.
much of one to begin with, but when I think it came down to a few things. One, he was not confident at all because he had no idea what he was talking about. And, you know, lawyers have to be confident because you're like, if they don't
Well, you're
believe,
trying to convince the jury that.
when they don't believe their own points, why the hell should anyone else?
Well, he was like, oh, when we went for a drive, and she said, when you kidnapped me, because he tied her up in the car and everything. So, yeah, it wasn't like a day trip out.
Yeah.
They had 5 kids that they just kind of abandoned. Well, she had to play the game to survive. But
I was annoyed at those kids because, you know, it's revealed later that one of the kids was manipulated into leaving
yeah,
the window open. So
well, she let the dad in. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, those stupid kids that got like manipulated and that. And you're like, oh, but they are kids, and I'm like, I get that, but
Well, it didn't work with you. In my case, Bully kept trying to turn you against me. It worked with the other one, but not you.
maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I'm like, well, I wouldn't be stupid enough to do that, but I don't know. Obviously, manipulation works deep.
Yeah, and they lived with him.
Yeah, and it's hard to be like, oh, I would have done things differently. It's like, well, you weren't in that situation, so maybe it's not fair for me to say that, but just frustrating.
It was all very.
Because they could have got their mum killed. I think that's what got my nerves the most.
Yeah, but a psychologist said that the children wanted to cause harm to the mum. And that's deep rooted through the dad. But I think it's all sorted now. Do you know what I mean? I just found it horrific that he was allowed to do that.
Well,
The judge even allowed it. And I think the judge sat back and thought, yeah, well, you're going to prison anyway, so knock yourself out.
no.
Oh no! I done that earlier with Jaffa cakes. That's what I mean. Henry didn't come running.
Yeah. And I went, Mum, don't eat your Jaffa cakes. I ordered lunch.
I ended up eating the Jaffa cakes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't eat
And then
any.
all of a sudden there was a knock on the door and I was like, oh, who's that? Oh, look.
And then I jokingly said, maybe it's dinner.
Yeah,
It was lunch, wasn't it?
it was.
Why did those keep spawning?
They do that around graves.
I just broke it.
You get spawned in anyway. Anyway.
Even though it's like 53 down.
But yeah, it's the fact that he represented himself, he completely destroyed
Oh,
his case.
he got found guilty on all 11 charges. And then when they were sentencing, or he said, oh, I'll sentence you in October. You know, asking the lawyers if they were free in October. And his lawyer, who's now reinstated, went, no, you can't do it in October. No, you can't because he's got another trial. And he went, that's not my problem.
Yeah, he'll have to deal with that.
Yeah. I'm still going to sentence him. It just made me so mad. It's just a power play.
Maybe the charge at night for because not usable in this yet. And then I'm gonna have fishing rod.
So,
Each will cost 200. I have fishing rod.
it's bedtime soon, Reese, because you've got school tomorrow.
Aww.
Get that response every time. Do you know, Reese came into me, I think it was like 5 o'clock this morning. And I heard him come out of his room and start going down the stairs. And I went, are you alright, Reese? And he came back up the stairs. He only got a couple of stairs down, But he came back up, came into my room, and he said, I'm really tired. And I'm like, okay, but why was you going downstairs? And he said, because I'm really tired. And I went, okay, do you want to go back to bed then? And he was like, yeah. And then he just turned around and I followed him back. And he just got into bed. And I honestly think, because I said to him this morning, do you remember doing that? And he said, no. So I wonder if he was sleepwalking.
Yeah.
It was really bizarre. Because I thought the storm woke him up or something, and that he was coming in to sort of go, oh, I can't sleep. Because that's what he normally does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if he's woken up, he'll be like, I can't sleep. It was really bizarre. It was just really odd. Now, why was you going downstairs then? Because I'm really tired. I thought he was coming to find me.
How much does a bug net cost? I have enough. Bug net could be really beneficial because I can catch the animal and then I
Oh,
can
it's
start
been
with the
so
animal.
long since I've done round one.
Investment, I spent 22
Yeah.
so far.
Oh, Dits, you did make me laugh. On your unboxing, you was like, oh, I didn't realise it was this big. 70 by 100.
It's a lot.
And we're all sat there going, Ditsy only ever does massive ones. We call them Ditsy sized. So funny. Didn't realise it was this big. Sharon said my youngest girl used to sleepwalk. One night she got up, went in her brother's bedroom and peed in his bin. But he didn't do any of that. He's just like, oh, I'm really tired. And I'm like, well, you've got out of bed.
Then.
Well, yeah, I was really confused. Like, you were going to go downstairs.
It's scary though, sleepwalking. There's been a lot of cases of some people who've like sleepwalked up to the front door, opened it,
Yeah,
just kept walking.
They do all sorts.
There's someone who did that when it was snowing,
It is a bit scary.
and they found him.
If he's going to start that.
Yeah, don't start sleepwalking. If you do,
Yeah, it's my choice.
Well, I asked
Doesn't
him.
happen
I asked him
sometimes,
this
does it?
morning if he remembered, and he didn't remember a thing about it.
yeah, 'cause he was asleep.
But he was talking to me. Well, kind
You
of.
talking in your sleep, Mum?
Well, when you're waking me up and I go, oh, I want the Golden Gate, whatever. That's different to me walking into your room.
Go on, can I have a cup of tea? I promise I'll drink it. You do that in your sleep a lot too.
Second she says that, what you do is you don't make the tea. Because
He generally doesn't.
Say,
Anna-
alright, here you go.
Anna
and so
says,
she
my
actually
sister
wakes up.
used to, and she woke up one morning with a brick in her bed. It's weird. I hope he isn't going to start that, because what do you do with that?
I remember I spent. It was
Well
mainly,
done.
it was mainly when I didn't have a job or other priorities in life, but I was trying to learn how to like lucid dream. Apparently that's a thing where you can like control what
Yeah, you
happens in your
can.
dream.
Yeah.
And then but I've noticed that if I just let my dreams happen, I have like really weird ones. So there was one time I had a dream where I was walking down a road with a bunch of mates, and I realised I was in a dream, and I wanted to wake up, so I just kept flinging myself in the road after cars, but my mates kept grabbing me and pulling me back onto the path. And I was like, you don't get it, I'm dreaming, I want to wake up, and flinging myself at cars. Yeah. Can't remember a lot of my dreams, but I remember waking up and going, what?
Yeah, so I said to you, keep a journal.
Yeah.
Did you listen to me?
for a bit,
Yeah.
and you know.
How many times have you listened to Cole, Mum?
Ooh, careful there.
Even when I try to go smaller, I go ditzy sized.
Yeah.
What is this? Breakfast? It's tiny.
Hmm.
And this. And I would make a jumper.
You need 15. And
I have 5, is that enough?
no.
Get
What
this
was I
now.
saying? Can't remember now.
Oh my god.
I had a
My
dream.
brother went sleepwalking on holiday abroad
Uh-oh.
on his first night and woke up in bed with 2 broken feet. Too much booze.
Wow.
Little worms and mouse.
There was a guy who got really popular.
You're not
in
putting
high
my mind at rest, guys.
There was a guy who was really popular at school because he was running along his room once and his floor was the wood stuff, laminated or whatever it is, laminate, whatever.
No.
And he slipped and stubbed his toe on like at the end of the bed and broke his foot.
Mm-hmm.
He came in with the casting, like waddling up. I was like, why is he that popular? He broke his foot. Honestly, people should be making fun of him, not going, wow.
That's because he survived.
Yeah.
Survived a foot breaking injury.
Mm. Then again, I got a similar sort of treatment when I put my hand through a window by accident once. Everyone was like, wow.
Yeah, and then you wanted, because your leg went funny, you wanted crutches.
And
then everyone was-
crutches, I needed them.
Well, yeah, needed them.
I think I remember
But,
that time.
You got to use the lift and everyone was like, oh, I'll come with you, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
I think people were just too lazy to go up the stairs.
And Joe was really happy because every time I finished class, I had to pick someone to come with me. 'Cause, yeah, just in case I
That's why people
fell over
wanted
and
to
needed
be
help
your
or something.
friends, so you picked them to go with you.
I'd always pick my best mate. And he was like, thank you. Then he made a joke about walking too quickly, and I'm like, it isn't funny if you leave me behind. Anyway.
Oh, bless him.
That's who.
What a fun holiday that was. Ditsy's brother went abroad and he was sleepwalking and broke his feet and then he was in hospital for the rest of the time that they were there.
Yeah, finally got the guy. Where am I going now? I'm only going to get myself killed. I haven't seen something that could be very beneficial. Can't release everything I
Nicole
can.
said to me earlier, oh, I don't have Wednesdays and Thursdays off anymore. I have Thursdays and Fridays off. So I'm not in tomorrow. Oh yay. Oh yay. So much for my week to myself. I got Monday and Tuesday and that was it.
Well, hey, you were saying before, what are you going to do? You're all alone.
I know. I was pretending to be upset, Reese.
Aww. Oh, Mum was pretending to be upset when we left.
I was like, oh, what am I going to do all on my own? And he went, you can do some YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Well, that's not good. I can't see anything.
Ooh, it's his own fault. He's sleepwalking. It's not his fault. My dog. What partial is it? What have you done?
I knew.
Cool.
I have 14 health. More than 30, like 20 health over the ocean.
Are you all enjoying spooky flings?
I'm looking forward to their next one.
Up to Snow Good?
Mm.
You like Up to Snow Good, don't you?
Mm.
This is an A. You bought it. And this is why that was an A. And you like the joke. Oh, what do you think's in this world? Platinum or gold?
Gold.
Platinum.
I don't know yet.
Place your bets, guys. Is it platinum or gold?
Ooh. Must admit, I'm enjoying working on a 30 by 40. I pulled this out so that I could do it with Liz Scotty Dog Crafts. She's doing living the 30 by 40 life 22.
Mom, I'm a bit into the wall. Okay. I knew that would be a bomb.
Trying just to be supportive.
I need a little one-way place because I knew it would be a bomb. There'd be nowhere to run if I hadn't find that way out. You need a lot of iron from a tiny bit of silver. Actually, this could be platinum. Oh, wait. Oh, I was wondering if there was a chest there. It's a good thing I didn't try open it. It's a detonator.
Oh.
If I'd opened
It
it,
said I did a little dance when my kids went back. And then my mum phoned and I whispered to her, I'm all alone.
Yeah.
All alone.
Well, I'm quite lucky because Mum already told you, but my my days off are now Thursdays and Fridays, and Reese's at school on Thursdays and Fridays.
It was on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
hey guys, you know the bets you made? Whoever said platinum was right.
What about people who said gold?
They were wrong. There'd only be
But
gold or-
but if you go fishing, you can also get gold.
Ooh, so maybe they're also right.
Yeah.
Maybe the real winner is no one. Or everyone.
Okay, please. Right. So you're off Thursdays and Fridays now?
I get paid on Wednesdays. It's kind of Thursday mornings when I notice it, but it's Wednesday afternoons or something.
No, it was about 8, half 8.
That's when I noticed it. I don't know when I
Yeah.
get paid. Actually, does it say next to it? No, who
It's
cares?
usually midnight or 2 a.m. on my phone because mine like refreshes or
I have actual pay slips now. They're done over email.
yeah, no,
but
they should do.
shows me like
Yeah,
what goes to tax and stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, that'd be really interesting if I was, you know, bothered. But you know, it's
Yeah, but you need to keep hold of stuff on it.
yeah. Well, I said to because I didn't realise it tells you how much you make and then takes out tax and then puts in your account. So I said to whoever's higher up, I just said to him like, why does it say that I was given this amount when I got this amount? He was like, oh, you have to show me your pay slip so we can work this out, like thinking there was an actual accounting error or something. And I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't register tax. Like,
Yeah, no, you're in a proper job now.
yeah. And he said to me, oh, it's fine. And I was like, you know, the only reason I'm asking so many questions is because I want to make sure that everything's working right. And he's like, yeah, it's all working right. You just, you know, it's all going as it's supposed to.
You ended up in that shop and it was cash in hand and he was not very fair with you and I
Yeah.
wanted to go in there but you wouldn't let me.
Yeah. Well, in my mind, it was a job and I was making money.
Yeah,
But
no, and true you were, but
I've worked, what, for 2 days is how much I got paid worth because the rest of it was for the next week, this week.
I don't know how it works, Carlton.
No, I'm telling you how it works. I'm saying that it says on the payslip and everything, I worked 2 days and I got paid that
Okay.
amount, and then the rest of it is for this week. This week,
Right.
next week
Okay.
on Wednesday. But the point is, I got paid 2 days worth, and I was like, ooh, when I saw it in my
Yeah.
account, think how much it's going to be when I work a full week.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be nice. Just have things go right for once.
Yeah. And you learn all that. Very first job I had, I was on £2.11 an hour.
That's great.
Slave labour is what
Yeah.
that is.
That's what I was on at the shop.
I got all my wage though at the end of the week.
Oh, okay. Right then. Yeah. Supposedly minimum wage, £6.50. I don't think £6.50 is minimum wage anymore. You said it was. That must be. But I'm getting paid 10.
Yeah, because you're 19.
To say what the door-to-door sales guy said,
From like 16 to 18 is a certain amount, and then
I didn't realise that being under 20 meant that I got certain discounts. Do I have to pay less for my food? Oh, I don't. Do I have to pay less for my bills if I had... I don't. I don't get
What are
any
you talking
discount. This is what the door-to-door sales guy, because he was saying about how it's commission, so you can make as much money as you want.
oh
Really, it's as lucky as you can get.
yeah,
But he was like, oh, the reason that he doesn't like the fact that minimum wage is lower is because you don't get certain, if you're living alone, you still pay the same amount of bills if you were 20, that kind of thing.
okay.
Your food costs the same and all that, so why should you,
Not now, it doesn't. But yeah,
if you were 20, your food costs the same as if you were, 12, 16, whatever. 12 is a bit stupid to say, but I'm also very tired. I want to go to bed soon, but still talking. Anyway. But yeah, I agreed with him on that. I just didn't think that commission pay was a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had quite a mix of jobs. I did say to Joe a while back, I've gone from not being paid to being paid barely anything to having a proper job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been a character forming. I'm a lot more grateful and I don't whine about having to do my
No,
job.
you seem to be enjoying it here.
Yeah, I mean, it's so simple. You just go in, you do what you're supposed to, and then you go on.
It's hard graft, Cole.
Yeah, but it's simple. I remember saying it's simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You still have to,
Have your wits about you. You're dealing with machinery.
Yeah. Sorry?
Do you recommend working at a factory job?
I'd recommend it over retail. Retail made me contemplate murder.
I will think about that.
This week on True Crime Story Time.
Well, you should aim a bit higher,
Oh, speaking of which,
Higher than that, but I could be a good starting point working in a factory.
I don't think that, teenagers and that.
I know.
our Ditz is going.
I know, I was just...
Love ya.
Bye.
I was watching a show on.
Murderers.
I think it was ITV Hub, because I came off the wrestling and then I saw it. And it's called A Mother's Son. I think he was at school. And the mum suspected he had something to do with a murder that happened. It was really weird.
I remember saying
It's a really weird show.
we were watching a police thing, and you said to me, no, I said to you, before that, there was a guy who was caught with a DUI, and I said to you, if I got caught with a DUI, would you be upset? And you went, yes. And I was like, what about if I murdered someone? You went, yes. What about if I, yes? I was like, okay, so if I commit
Because I
hate
knew where
crime-
you were going. You were going to say if I bought you lunch, was you? because I end up getting it.
5 hours later. I would
Should
have
have
got.
got a sandwich.
I would have got Subway. And it would have been here in the hour.
Should have got a sandwich. Oh.
There appears to be a lot of lava added in this world.
Yeah.
I hate how sand damages you if you're too close.
Anyway. I can't read the comments. Okay. But,
I worked in a factory.
yeah. Well, I was talking to someone I knew from school.
Worked in a couple.
They're like, oh, my boyfriend worked in a cheesecake factory. I started laughing. She was like, oh, what are you laughing about? And I was like, I'd rather work in a cheesecake factory than a linen factory. Because if you knock something over and you can't, like,
Oh
give up
no.
get to eat it. But then again, like,
It'd just be like that on all of them. Oops.
this one's missing a piece. Now, Carl, we seem to have a lot of vanilla cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake is fine. Toffee one seems to have a bit of a missing. It's almost like, you know, one person is eating off the stock. Hey, Carl, you come with your lunch break? Nah, I'm full.
Got tummy ache.
Couldn't eat another bite.
You haven't eaten anything all day. Oh yeah, no, yeah, no.
Indigestion, it must be that.
I think it's because I ate like a giant cake before work.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you? Yes, of course you can, Sharon. Is that what you're doing next? Wizard of Oz. She's
Ooh.
asking if it's spooky, but it's got a witch in it.
Okay.
Oh, it's got the
Yeah, ready? With the
Witch of the West. Is it that one?
I don't know. Is it the one gets crushed under the house? Or is
Me, well, Carl dragged me down here,
that... Oh, we're
and
going to talk
said-
about this.
yeah, and said, oh Mum, I've got a new game that we can play. When he says that, he means I sit and I either make choices or just listen.
Yeah.
But I've ended up getting quite engrossed in it, to be honest. And it's called A Wolf Among Us.
I still don't understand the name very much.
Because...
Because Big B is a
Wolf.
among them.
But it makes it sound like you're trying to find the wolf. But you are the
Oh,
wolf.
Stephanie broke 2 toes on her right foot a couple of days ago.
Oh.
Ouchies.
You don't want to break your toes. Keep them.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Gamer has played it.
Yeah. Don't spoil it because Mum and Reese haven't seen it. I've already
It's
seen
made
it.
up to episode 2.
Yeah, we're up to Snow wasn't Snow. It was the barmaid's sister.
Spoilers, Mum.
Yeah, spoilers.
Maybe she's only played like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
No,
We
No.
finished up to episode 2.
no, of course I won't. Yeah, you
Okay.
should know better. You know gender.
What kind of monster spoils a game for everyone who's trying to enjoy it? But yeah, I've had a good time. I let Reese play it, so he makes all the decisions and Mum listens along.
He's very nice.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
nice
I
wolf.
remember in Walking Dead, there was a choice to let someone live that was a bad person, I let them live, and then Carl just yelled at me saying, "You're too nice."
Yeah.
Oh, Snuggy's here.
Hi, Snuggy.
That's Snuggy.
You snug.
But what was I saying?
I think these are U's. I can't really see them.
You?
They
Yeah.
might be C's. No, the wrong
They're not
way around.
C's. It's upside down for C.
The wrong way around. C. Anyway,
Is it an N?
No.
but yeah.
Pretty sure it's U's.
But yeah, we're playing that now. I wanted to play it for a long time because I knew Mum loves murder mysteries. And
Yeah, but I like the fact it's like you thought it was Jack and Jill, Jack, but it's not. It's
oh yeah,
Jack Horner.
most of the characters are fables, like different storybook stuff. You should play as Big Bad Wolf, one that tried to eat Red
Georgie
Riding Hood.
Porgy, pudding and pie, kiss the girls and make them cry.
That's hilarious.
He really is making them cry.
Yeah. Then you've got what was Ichabod.
Ichabod, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that.
You were like Ichabod because you know his name. Your head like perked over the table.
The Snow White.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I called what was gonna happen before it happened.
Yeah. But I'm having a fun time because I've already seen like most of the stuff to do with that game because it's quite old now. But Mum and Reese are completely new to it, so Reese is making the decisions. You know, choosing to be nice and not brutally maiming
Yeah,
people.
I sit and try and do my mum's Buddha, but I keep watching it. It's not good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, then we get to like the ending, and twice now the ending has been like big reveal, but you have to look at it to get the reveal. You can't like, you know, because it's got the music going dun dun dun, that kind of thing. So if Mum isn't looking, then she's not gonna be like, oh my god, it turns out that the mayonnaise jar was left in the fridge. Then it goes next time.
I
it
wonder
goes
if the
forward.
ending's worth it.
Well, we'll see. So far, you suspect that the murderer is.
I don't have a clear suspicion. I don't think it's the Whipsman.
Okay, well, what do the two victims have in common? We're just going to talk
They're
spoilers.
fables.
They are fables.
We kinda know who did it.
Yeah, we do kind of know who did it.
Do we? I don't think. Is it going to be that simple? It's already revealed who done it.
Well, why would it not be that simple?
Because
There
there's
was a picture of
two
him
episodes
with
to
the
go.
victim
Please, just let me.
in a bed that is now covered in blood.
Yeah, I know, but
It's going to make no sense to people who have not seen it, but you should see it, you should play it. It's on discount now at the moment on Xbox. So get it, it's like £2. It's
yeah,
good.
I'm not paying 12 quid. Oh, it's 2 quid.
Yeah, I waited for like months.
He's in love with stuff that's on discount.
We played
It's on
Witcher
discount.
while I was looking the whole time. It was the
Yeah,
kids.
I kind of got into that.
Yeah,
And I got you back for
yeah.
Clem.
Yeah, Chris upset about that. You actually cried. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I get like a little bit attached.
Yeah.
That's why I get attached in my true crimes when I'm talking about stuff. I get attached.
Yeah, but in Red Dead, you didn't cry when. sad
I got
things
really
happened.
annoyed. I got,
You got
really
angry.
annoyed.
So you're chippy on the floor.
Yeah, I did.
I know the directions.
I couldn't work out who was coming
Yeah.
over the hill. I couldn't work it out.
You weren't sad at the end of 2, so because you kind of saw it coming.
Well, yeah, no, we all knew, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
And
But
it, you know, it's still sad. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It wasn't as like dun 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 as
yeah.
you know. It was like think about it. What have I got you to do that you're going to now do?
Yeah. There's your face as well with the big reveal that turns out it's this person. You were like, yeah.
This is just a bunch of silver.
Silver's still pretty good.
I think I'm making silver armor because I know silver's nearly as good as platinum.
Isn't it?
Have you all got your snow good canvases lined up?
Gold.
Up to snow good?
Platinum or gold?
What?
That this is as good as, or nearly as good as.
Tungsten is nearly as good as gold.
Yes, we have.
Fairy has been falling.
Jen, so
because
have you
it
met
has
Colin the
nothing
pig?
to try and lead me to.
Oh yeah. Reese didn't give him the drink. That was the one
Yeah.
mean thing we did.
He's like, I'm really thirsty, and then he drank it himself.
Yeah, he just drank it, looked at him and went good night and slept in
And
his
he went,
chair.
I really hate you.
He did kind of eat his brothers and burn his house down, but you know.
One day's work.
Well, hey, he beat me once. That's all he gets.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do for up to snow good.
Give me a minute, I'm fighting cave bats.
Done.
Redo it.
Redo it. I don't know what to do.
Oh, come on.
It's more of an Easter thing, never mind.
The second I find it, I die.
I've got to do all my whips.
Of course, I land on top of a pressure
Yeah.
plate.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that game. I'm looking forward. I'm probably going to play it tomorrow, which would be nice. Because we're on episode 3 now, and it, you know, it only gets more insane. I think.
Also, in every chapter, there's tarot cards, and it shows what happens at the beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah, because Mum knows tarot cards, so it's fun going, hey Mum, what does this mean? And you go, and then look at the screen. And you go,
And
it
then
means
in
bad
chapter
things.
1, it showed, to begin with, a wolf, how we were, and then the present was a body at the bottom of the tower,
The tower. Yeah.
and then the future was a body stabbed to death.
10 of swords.
Yeah. What does that mean? I forgot.
And it ended up, everything there happened.
Betrayal.
Oh,
I mean, it is kind of a betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White was murdered. And then big reveal.
yeah.
Da-da-da, not really. Yeah.
And it made you think all that whole day. Did you like Bluebeard?
Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like Bluebeard. I don't know what fable he's supposed to be from. I don't even
I
think.
don't know. I've got a Merry Christmas one from Donut Studio. I've got that, but I don't know what else.
Oh,
You kind of agreed with me, like you were talking to me. I was like, I don't
No,
remember.
I was agreeing with Sharon.
I went, I don't remember what. I don't know what fable
We're
that
all stumped.
stumped.
Up to Snow Good canvases.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm talking about The Wolf Among Us. Sorry, but kind of what I'm saying now. Thank you.
I like these little containers. They're like lockables, but they haven't got the button on the
Right.
side. Carl's looking at me like my lights have gone out.
But yeah, I said I don't remember or know what fable Bluebeard's from, and then you went, yeah, I don't know what to do for
Bluebeard.
to Snow Good. I was like, what? There's Georgie Porgy. I found that hilarious.
Isn't Bluebeard a pirate? Jen will be able to tell us.
He was a rich guy that killed his wives, but I don't know if that's just part of the Wolf Among Us stuff. Because there's a comic and everything, so.
Yeah, off the canvas works as well. Sorry, Cole's going to be like,
And apparently there's a season 2 that's been in development for like 3 years.
what, a wolf among us? Oh, it's
Yeah.
not going to end on a cliffhanger. There's nothing worse than that. No, no. You can't leave it on a cliffhanger and then make me wait 4 years.
But you do find out who the killer is. It doesn't.
But how can it end on a cliffhanger if you find out who the killer is?
Well, I guess we'll find
Well,
out.
wait a minute, you just said it was Ichabod. So now it's not Ichabod. So I was right all along.
I said you find out who the killer is.
You didn't say for a second, it's not this
I
guy.
didn't say we've already found them or we
Yeah, you
haven't
did.
found them yet. I said you find
There
out.
was a photo of him in it. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's pretty
There is
compelling
a photo
evidence.
of him in it.
The evidence isn't always.
But why would he kill the other one then?
Accessible. Watermelon.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And Mum likes
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
murder mysteries, so.
I don't think season 2 will happen. That game studio no longer exists.
Yeah,
I
apparently,
think-
apparently a different company's taken over and is doing it.
I think you're living in hope.
Just as good.
I kind of am.
Does it end in a cliffhanger?
Don't tell.
They went out of business because they paid too much for the rights to Batman.
Yeah, I don't know
Or-
why they did that.
At least that's what I read.
And then
couple
they
of
made
years
it
ago.
3 Batman games.
But I'm pretty sure a different company's taken over the.
Or like the Clem thing.
Yeah, because that happened at the end of The Walking Dead.
And then they kind of rushed it.
Yeah,
Oh, we promised. Here, have something.
yeah, pretty much.
The company helps them to create the ending.
There you go,
They
there's
give
your
them
happy
enough
ending.
money.
Goodbye. Yeah, I don't know if it actually is a thing.
Oh, okay.
No.
She's saying you get closure, but it's left open.
Yeah. So open that it still confuses me when I'm thinking about it, but I might not remember. Yeah, don't know. Yeah, a few months ago people were talking about it. I don't know if it's still happening or not. But whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, you still find out everything. So.
Yeah, said you get closure.
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you
happy
think
with
they're
closure.
arrested?
You got a favourite fable yet, Mum?
Wow.
Mm.
You hit me up once and I died. Maybe because I didn't get to make any armor.
It's Georgie, isn't it?
Sharon's just spilt all her drills all over her dog.
Poor dogs walk around.
The same as Kenny in Jen's video, rolling around the desk, and then she said, "Oh," and she pulled a drill off him. That was funny.
Platinum. Better than that silver.
I have 18 platinum and I can't make a single piece of armor platinum.
Yeah, you need 20 to make a helmet, 25 to make boots, and 30 to make chest piece.
Why is everything so expensive here?
And then that's what I've been trying to do for the past like 2 days.
Right, Reese, bedtime.
I'm pretty sure I can make full iron armor.
Oh
That's
well.
not even good enough. It's terrible.
Like wooden
Might as well
armor.
save the iron. It's more useful to make a bucket.
The bucket isn't even that useful.
You can take lava and you can
I
make
think
traps
that's
out
the
of it.
point.
That's the only use. You just gotta make an AFK area.
AFAK.
What's that? He's like, "Don't do that. That's rude."
What?
Kenny sat on the desk, and then he started having a wash, and she's like, "Stop that. That's rude." Now everyone's watching.
Alright.
And then he fell off the table.
Is that a cow or something?
I mean, I'd say I'm doing pretty good in this.
Is that a cat, Mum?
Would you say I'm doing
Pardon?
well?
Is Kenny a cat?
Yes.
Okay, it sounded like you talked about like a brother or something. Got on the table and it fell off.
There's someone in Jen's house.
Okay.
If I mark somewhere,
It's the
will it
cat.
keep there
That's the room
when
there.
I leave and come back?
What?
If I mark an area when I leave and come back, will it
No.
still be there?
But you can see it, so you can just go on the map and do it anyway. Again, upwards.
Finding a bunch of goldfish.
It was funny.
I just got you. The second I sell them, they come back.
We can usually hear him, but we never see him, and then boom, he was up on the desk.
Stop giving me so many goldfish. Give me goldfish, I'm gonna sell them.
And I sold 2 water fairies today. Which is very, very exciting.
I'm starting to think goldfish aren't that rare.
They're not.
I think both squares, funnily enough. Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm finding my goldfish and worms. Yeah, I might be able to see what I can mine.
I saw yours on Instagram this morning when I was scrolling. I'm not very good at Instagram, I've got to say, but I was scrolling through and I smile every time I see it. She's so awesome. I need to think which one to get next. Do I go mermaid? Do I go unicorn? Choices.
Unicorn.
Not you that even sells it. Different shops sell stuff for different prices.
Yeah.
And can I go to this shop and sell something and I'll get more money than if I sold it?
I'm so pleased that it's
Depends how happy they are.
been so well received. Because obviously I loved it. Doesn't mean everyone else would.
We can really get a mining helmet. It'll be some good defense. Also, can I combine my emeralds and amethyst, my gem hook? Wait, I can catch an explosive bunny.
Yeah, they sell for quite a bit.
They still blow up.
I called about a house today and it's gone. I could have cried.
I gave you a hug.
I want to move so bad.
I tried to order lunch to make you feel better.
Behind my
How'd
back.
that work out?
It would have worked out fine if we got Subway.
And then you did. Heal! Oh, heal. Oh, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were pulling up your case to put your drills to show leftover drills, you was like, I don't want to cover her face.
Is the phase blade the lightsaber?
Yes.
That's like an emerald room.
It's magic.
A gem hook. You can say. Oh, but what if I made a large gem?
So it's captured the sound, so that's not really useful.
Oh, it's awesome.
Doesn't someone sell a phase blade?
I've just ordered a custom as well. I say I've ordered. I can't really order from myself.
Commissioned.
Yeah. I'm going to do that actually for Up to No Good, because it's going to be kind of a Christmas gift. That dog needs vets, I'm sure. He's worrying me. But yeah, I ordered a custom from my own company. But it's for a friend. Very, very... I toyed with it. I didn't know if I was doing the right thing or not. Then I spoke to my best friend who I've known since secondary school.
The one you didn't bully.
The one I didn't bully. Although she'll probably beg to differ as an adult. Yeah. But I spoke to her and she said no, I think she'd be blown away. And what it is, it's... her son had just turned 17, like literally a day or two ago. And then he was taken really, really ill and passed away, like suddenly, unexpectedly. So I've got a picture of him with his younger brother and sister. And I'm going to make it up for her and send it to her. But she lives in the States. So, yeah. I just don't want to offend or upset her in any way. That was my worry. Henry, what am I doing bees? Lost myself there for a second. Got distracted by the dog. Henry, just sit down. Reese, are we done now? Oh, look, I've been sitting too long. I do. Oh, I am very thankful how Dainty is going.
Oh.
No, but
Okay.
it's nice, a nice pace that, you know, it doesn't overwhelm. And then you heard the app today.
Yeah.
And 2 orders came in. I'm like, what?
You'll probably get some looks on quite a bit. 7 silver. 350 damage.
Reese, you can't ignore me forever.
Sure he can. He's doing really well, isn't he?
You'll get into new routines. Once they're saying about all the benefits changing over and stuff. You know how you get used to, you know, when your paydays are and everything, and then it all changes, and
Oh, yeah.
you soon get into a
I wasn't
routine.
really sure the entire shop job of when I was getting paid, so
Yeah.
didn't have a routine to get into. But yeah, now I get paid every week, so
Yeah, it's good. Reese. Someone has school tomorrow. So what's new with you guys? What is new? You really going to sleep on now? I dozed off on there earlier. I got new sofas, and when they turned up, they just like walked in with them, made it look really, really easy. Popped them down and was like, bye. I was like, see ya. And then we were messing about getting them in position, and Cole, he moans at me for everything. We don't need new sofas. And I was like, the brown sofa was busted, one of the armchairs was busted, we needed a new sofa, and it was long, long, long overdue. And then I came down in the morning and he went, Mum, these sofas are really nice. I'm
I
like,
can't anchor them in front of the TV like the other ones, but...
no, I told everyone about that.
I liked it.
Came home, found the chair in front of the TV, the coffee table pulled up to the chair.
Yeah, nice little area.
Yeah, I liked that.
Me too.
No.
But Mum has the little nice things that we want.
Yeah, I'm such a spoil sport.
You really are now as to run through our games.
I can't play Watermelon Left today, guys. I have a live stream to do.
Yeah. It's
Mum, you promised
Thursday.
that you would play it with us.
I didn't say what day.
Tomorrow.
But you also, when we started playing, just went, I'm a nap for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did. Because it's allowed.
No, like we'd
Someone's got me up
literally
at
boot
5
the
a.m.
game,
going, I'm really
started to
tired.
play.
I'm really tired. I'm like,
But
aren't we
both
all?
really excited to play.
Right, come on, Reese.
Chest. I got an umbrella. It's basically the same damage as my sword.
Bruce, I think it's bedtime.
Yeah, same.
It's probably bedtime.
Well, I'm in a big cave. which
Doesn't
when I
matter.
leave-
It's still bedtime.
Which when I leave, I'm going to immediately lose.
Doesn't matter. It's still
Orange,
bedtime.
So I could just mine all the ore.
Not when it's bedtime.
Yeah, but if I mine all the ore and then leave, then it's basically just saving me a recall potion. And then I'll drop back here.
Does anyone else get back chat?
Now that I've mined all the ore, I can leave.
From 13-year-old?
Oh, are you planning on playing?
No.
Now I should turn it off.
Mm. I love you too. You gonna wake me up to tell me how tired you are?
Yeah. In fact, I'm thinking of taking this day off.
No.
Are you going to be awake
Yes.
when I wake up?
Yes.
Good. Because otherwise I don't think they can stay at school.
I'll pop your phone in your room and because it's fully charged, but I'm using it for comments.
Alright.
Whoops. Cool.
They're all gone.
Yeah, can't wait them. So we'll all just leave it here for Mum to put away because, you know,
Good idea, Mum.
I don't like it. I have no choice in it.
Like how Henry likes licking empty plates.
Good idea, Mum.
It's a cool plan.
Cobra.
Yeah, Henry likes licking empty plates. I haven't said that in ages. Alright, I'm back in control, so I'm going to have this done by the time Mum gets back. Sorry, I'm pretty tired. I haven't got anything going on tomorrow, so at least there's that. Guys, what are these? Guessing they're 9s. But I don't trust Qs. Yeah, no idea. Just anyway. What do you guys think? A bit late for anyone else? Oops. Yeah, anyway, dead silence aside, yeah, I've been playing, Jane used to Miss Gamer. We're still playing, Wolf Among Us. It's quite nice, you know, murder mystery and all, so Mum's on board. You know, sometimes you have to see if you get lucky with it, you know. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, it's a fun little game. I say that it gets pretty dark, but you know, that's the point, isn't it? But yeah. It's the time anyway. It's only 10:30. I say that I normally go to bed around 9:10 because I have to wake up at like 5 if I want to walk. Late 5 if I want to get there with Mum and give me a lift. So, yeah. It is what it is. I'm not complaining. I am complaining how tired I am though. That's part of it. I think my son's playing back there. I've heard of that, but honestly I've had no experience with it. Oh, I thought she was going to tell me off. She does that walk when she wants either tea or to tell me off for something. But yeah, don't know. Trying to think of like a game to play with Mum after Wolf Among Us. I remember I had a game lined up, but I can't remember what game it was. No, I don't think I had a game. Whatever, you know, sometimes it takes a bit of convincing. We've just been doing episodes, you know, 1 episode per day, because, you know, I'll start playing it around dinner, and then that's about it. Well, we're talking about games, good, something I actually know about. Elden Ring is apparently really hard, because it's made by the same people that make Dark Souls and all that. I did want to get it, but I wasn't going to spend 50 quid for that, so if it ever goes on discount, then maybe I'll consider it. Yeah, Sharon's Halo. You're saying all the games that I don't know much about. I know I've always wanted to get into Halo because it sounds like one of those things that would be interesting to play in that, but you know, apparently the story is quite good and stuff like that, but never get into it. Hello.
What?
who's going to talk about Halo? Would you?
Halo. Don't know that.
No, you wouldn't. It's not something I put. What about Elden Ring?
Oh, what?
Elden Ring. What about Black Desert? What about Terraria?
Terraria. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Terraria.
Yeah.
That looks like not a modern day game.
No.
Same as Minecraft. That doesn't look like a modern day game.
Yeah, it's got the whole Lego thing about it where you make whatever you want. Yeah, resource management. Like Pigman. Yeah. People are talking, Don't Paint Gamer and Sharon talking about their kids playing games. I'm guessing that's who Ryan is.
Yep.
Unless it's like a neighbour or something, just looking for his window.
He's got his first job.
Cool. What is it? It's a fun one, like pilot.
JD Sports.
Spaceship tester.
No. JD Sports.
Oh. Is he a model?
But he's going to uni in September.
Oh, that's
23.
2020.
Thought you didn't like school.
No, I'm always going to uni.
It's different at uni.
It's always something at bedtime. Mine is I'm thirsty. Yeah.
That used to be our trick.
If you want a good episodic game, Life is Strange. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, dunno. I mean, we did Walking Dead, like we did all of those ones because it was on the Game Pass. It's like £1 if you make new accounts over and over again. But the last one wasn't on there, so I bit the bullet and spent like 12 quid on a game and got the last season. Mum cried at it, so I considered it worth it.
I thought it was sad.
Sometimes
Sometimes I get very attached to things.
Yeah. I didn't cry. I nearly cried at the end of Mass Effect. I remember that got to me.
Yeah, you did.
Got choked up and I was like,
And Cyberpunk. You
Yeah.
cried at that.
I didn't cry in the
Yeah,
Cyberpunk. I got
no,
sad.
not at the end.
Oh, when Jackie, yeah. Yeah, that did genuinely like make me tear up.
It upset you for days.
I'm not bummed out.
Which I found quite amusing.
There was another game, Spec Ops, obviously. That one.
Oh, that was.
Quite bit. Honestly, I consider Spec Ops one of the best games I've ever made. The way it like psychologically deconstructs, the people playing it. Apparently,
Oh, Haley's back.
oh hello. Apparently that's what Amnesia's like. Yeah, it's like the original horror game. What people consider it as.
I love it when they say, but I'm not tired.
I used to be
Reese
that
does
kid.
that.
Then you'd be like, "Can't wake up," because I'm falling asleep in the armchair, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just resting my arms." But yeah. I'm trying to think of games that really affected me. It's like stuff like that. It's like Dragon Age. I think that got to me a bit. The first one I couldn't get into the gameplay. Second one I could. And people don't really like the second one because it's not as much of a big adventure. But I quite like. I prefer the games that aren't save the universe with this big threat that's gonna kill everything. Simple politics can be
Like Mass Effect.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like those stories, but I'm just saying that I can equally appreciate, a town on the verge of civil war. You're in the middle of it all, which is what the second game devolved into. You end up in that situation. But there's also you can also appreciate the end of the world stuff. I mean, look at Cyberpunk. That's just one person trying to not die, and that's just pretty good. pretty engaging, you know. And the ultimate threat isn't, you know, big scary aliens or robots or AI or anything. It's just, you know, society as a whole got the capitalism basically. I like those types of stories. Look at The Walking Dead. There's like, sure there are zombies.
Yeah, so am I, Hayley. She said, I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. dome painting and then complain about it the next morning.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sounds like you.
Yeah.
But The Walking Dead, it's the main threat isn't zombies. It's like people, isn't it? The most dangerous thing in zombie apocalypse is other people. That's like an interesting little theme to have. I just like it. I like that, you know, games have become more story. You can actually get engaged with stuff. You know, remember Pac-Man? Make the yellow pizza run around and pick up dots, and then when it gets enough, it can eat ghosts.
Pizza.
Yeah, it's got like a slice missing, and it go wah 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 thing. But you know, it's hard to be engaged with that compared to, you know, something like Spec Ops, which like deconstructs your own personal motives and, you know, makes you feel horrible for being a part of the game. Which I like. I like a game that can make me feel ill. Not with like, you know, horrible imagery, but with like, you know, deconstructing your psychological part.
Speaking of feeling ill, I've come across some true crimes that I will not be covering. Oh my gosh. They were absolutely vile. I can't even bring myself to talk about them in the true crime episodes. They were so horrific. I was 2 hours into a trial and that was enough.
Yeah.
Turned it off and I felt so ill. Timothy T-O-D-T. No.
Okay.
Dad that murdered his family.
Oh, right, okay. What about the one that you did the Alaskan Avenger, it wasn't really, it was just talking about it, but I remember there's another one I showed you that I can't remember.
Another one. You bring up some good ones,
Yeah, you
though.
got the chimpanzee one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was watching that on a channel, and this woman, her daughter had moved out, her mum had died, she was married, and then she wanted a chimp as a pet, and then it was like a little celebrity in the police knew who the chimp was, he was really friendly with them, he was like a little celebrity, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then I thought he attacked the mum, but it wasn't, it was her best friend.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, things people do.
Yeah.
Travis called it.
Oh, yeah. Any interesting comments? Can't see.
I used to watch a true crime channel called Twisted Minds, and I thought I haven't seen him for a while because he just wears like a black shirt in a black background and he just talks and he does the quick, short, sharp, you know, he gets all the facts in. He was really good. James, his name was. And I thought, oh, I haven't seen him for a while, so I'll watch some of those. The channel's been deleted and he's completely vanished.
Oh.
And everyone's like, have you seen this man? Because, like, no one knows
Yeah.
what's happened to him.
Might be YouTube. They don't like it when you talk about decapitations and necrophilia and all sorts.
Am I next?
Well, it depends. If you grow big enough, they'll go.
He did have a lot of followers very, very quick, but
Yeah.
he just completely vanished.
Yeah.
Very weird. And I was reading all the comments and everyone was like, I wondered why I can't find them. Just completely, you can't just delete a whole channel, surely. It wasn't all like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because crimes vary and you change it up. I mean, some are more gruesome than others.
Yeah.
It's just strange the whole channel was vanished. No, you know, it's like he was never there. And we all know he was because we watched him.
Yeah.
It's not easy because you've got to like research and stuff.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, it's a bit unrelated, it's completely unrelated. I got, you know those orange juice things, bottles, you like take the top off, and then you got like a layer of something to make sure that nothing comes out, plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
I was at the Clacton shopping centre thing because they have a discounted everything's shop,
Yeah.
and I got the orange juice thing and I picked it up.
Home bargains.
Home bargains. Everything's cheap.
Everything's discounted.
Everything's cheap in there, and I really like it
Yeah.
there.
Of course you do. So yellow sticker item prices.
Yeah. But I went to put it in the bin, the little plastic thing, and I was holding the bottle, so I had it like this, had the bottle here, and just holding it in there. So I went like that to chuck it in the bin. Poured orange juice everywhere, and I
That's a
just
bit daft, isn't it?
kind of got up, walked off, drank what was left of my orange juice, and then had a sandwich, and went back to work. Thinking about it, I was like, oh, I didn't realise you don't get paid for your break.
No, you don't.
Makes sense, but I was a bit like, oh. But I was thinking, oh, would be nice to have an hour break, and I thought, would I like to go home at 3? Now, I don't mind a half an hour break. It's enough time to go out, get some fresh air, eat, drink, get back to it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you think I should get a bike or something, but wait till I
No, I
get
think you
paid?
should get a bike.
Mm.
You need to get I
Moped.
mean, I had that one. You could have taken it and repaired it. But
Yeah.
you just take it to Halford. They do everything for you.
Yeah. Oh. I don't think I told you. There's this guy that always complains, and he's like one of the manager people
Okay.
at the work. And what he does, he come round and he has to write down the numbers for each hour. And he came round and he was like, "Oh, you can't leave these on the floor because it'll make a puddle, and then it's a hazard." We were like, right, okay, so we have to just keep spinning all the way around, doing full 180, then coming back with the sheet, putting it on, rather than grabbing a handful. And we were working, and a little bit later, he kept complaining to people all along, and I was like, ugh. And I think the guy next to me, who has been working longer, noticed that I was constantly getting annoyed with him going, "Ugh, I need to do this, need to do this." And then he turned to me and went, he needs to justify his pay, because his whole job is to just come up, have a look, and point out if anything's wrong. So he actively looks for something to complain about every time he comes around.
Yeah.
So don't
Take offence.
don't even acknowledge him. To be honest, like he does it every time. He has to complain about something to prove that he's doing his job. I was like, oh, all right then. Like because I was a bit like, oh, just stop talking. Like, yeah. He's like, oh, you need to clean the pit out soon because it's full. I'm like, it's not even nearly full. And then I checked the numbers because he checked them, and then he walked off for a bit. And I was like, oh, I wonder how well I'm doing. And I had like 700 at that point. I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty well. And then he came back over and went, you don't need to worry about that, mate. And then carried on. Press the X. And I'm like, look, I'm just checking to make sure that I need to do 300 in the next however long.
Well, just curiosity.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, if it wasn't for me checking, then I wouldn't have known that I need to push a little bit to get to the 1,000 by the end of the day. So maybe I do need to check. Yeah, I'm complaining about this, but that's like the only thing to complain about.
Yeah, no, you're enjoying it, and that's nice.
Yeah, all the other guys are nice and understanding, and just work with them.
Yeah, and you're getting to chat and meet people, and you get to do different jobs, and it's nice.
We've got another boss who was like, oh, how are you finding it? Expecting me to be like, oh, it's really hard or whatever, because apparently they're used to that. They're used to people being like, oh, it's a lot of work to do. And I'm like, I'm having a good time. He's like, you are? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a job, like, I've got a radio over there. I'm just getting on with it. And he was like, well, good. Keep that spirit. Yes, nice. You get paid. That's kind of.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't go if you didn't. As much as you're enjoying it.
Yeah, well, it is nice. It's just, work without going, am I going to get paid?
You see what I mean by the nicer calibre people, though.
Yeah.
Factory work can be boring, but you can build up good friendships.
Yeah. I don't even get bored that much. It's like in the last 2 hours. That's like when it drags out a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're like nearly
You're
there.
waiting now.
Yeah. You're starting to feel it. That your body's starting to go, oh. Yeah. By the time you're done, you'll be like, oh, finishing already. Cool. I remember turning up about 5 minutes ago, but alright. Yeah, it all just kind of blends together at the end, so it's fine. It's better than
Good.
it's the best job I've ever had. Granted, that's not much compared to door to door and retail, but it's nice.
Yeah, but that shop wasn't.
Yeah, even then it's just.
I said to Carolyn that you worked there, and she was like, "Oh, that shop," and I'm like, "I know, it's got funny vibes in it."
Yeah. I had a policeman come in once. I think I already told the story about the egg being thrown at the windscreen,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was just really funny. Just watched, and he came in, and I was like, "Oh, hello! Like you've got a taser on you, and you're, bulletproof vest and everything." He just kind of walked up. It's a different case. There's a different policeman that just came in to get something to eat. I was so expecting him to be like, I need to look at the cameras again or something, but he literally just came in to get a sandwich. I was like, okay. Whereas I was kind of tempted to go, what does this do?
Doesn't take to go, how'd you do? Because that's what I do when I'm.
Officer?
Yeah, and I drive
Well,
past them.
Yeah, he had something on his belt, and I was like, what is that? Like the whole time I was like, yeah, I later found out it was pepper spray. I thought that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, especially when you watch the shows we were watching today.
It's got pepper spray here and a taser here, so just in case one doesn't work. But to it. So.
Yeah, the weekend.
Yeah. You'll have Reese.
Yay.
Gonna have this done.
I was hoping to take Mum's Buddha, but that's not going to happen.
Okay then.
Maybe by next weekend it'll be done.
Maybe by tomorrow.
No, definitely not.
Okay. The wrong work attitude, Mum.
It won't. It's too much confetti.
Okay.
Got to learn to set your goals, Cole. Realistic. Something I don't do with diamond painting. I think,
No.
oh, I can get both them done in, you know, on holiday. You think, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when you went on holiday, I got a subway to, like, you know, do the celebrate tradition.
Yeah, your tradition.
Yeah. Got a subway, oh, that's nice. And then for the next day, I was like, oh, I'll have a look at chicken and ribs. And I just had that the whole time.
I kept sending you pictures of food and you kept sending me sad faces.
Yeah, you sent me pizza, and on the last day I thought I'll have a pizza. And then you came home.
I told you I was coming Saturday.
Yeah. When you got home, you were like, oh, I'm really tired, you went upstairs.
Yeah, I did. I crashed.
Yeah.
I think because of the last day was just rain and thunderstorms the whole time.
Yeah.
Mm. You're sitting there staring at me. I hope he sleeps through.
He doesn't go for a walk.
He was coming down the stairs, that's what threw me. No, are you alright, Grace? And he turned around and came into the room. Are you alright? He went, yeah, I'm just really tired.
It's funny.
Made no sense.
Yeah. Now that, because we brought it up earlier, I've just realised I haven't had a dream in a while. And that's usually a good sign because you're looking
You
at
do
like
dream, you just don't remember.
I haven't remembered my dream in a while. Does that roll off the tongue as well? No. But I haven't experienced a dream in a while. And that usually means that the next one's going to be like, because the last time that happened, I was tied to a chair on a date with 3 women in the middle of a calf, so. Woo. That was funny. I remember waking up to my alarm because I had work or something. I remember just being like, this is what happened, and I woke up, I was like. I didn't get to see what we were going to eat. It was a nice calf.
Yeah.
Like a restaurant, I don't know what it was. But I remember it quite well.
I don't often dream too much.
Yeah, you're not handcuffed in a nice chair.
But you will argue because apparently I say all stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what it was that like really made me go, what? I was like, Mum, you get me a cup of tea or something. You went, the yellow one, I need to get the yellow one. I was like, what? Yellow, and the lasagna trays, and the blood the Beatles recently. You just say like,
Random weird.
yeah. It's really funny. I remember, I think it was like, it was something urgent. I think getting a phone call or something. I was like, Mum, you got to wake up, Mum. You were like, oh, you doing your thing again. You were losing this. And I'm like, Mum, there's no time for that. You got to wake up. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to get up now.
Okay.
Thank you. Got a busy day tomorrow, Mum.
Oh yeah. He came down this morning, sat on the sofa, got his controller, and I went, "Is that you done for the day?"
I moved some stuff, didn't I?
What stuff?
I don't remember anything.
He said, "Oh, I did move some stuff though, didn't I?" And I went, "What stuff?" And then he burst out laughing, thinking, no, I think that was a different day. Yeah, that was a different day.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you're on holiday, yeah.
Yeah, you moved your chair there, that was it.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay, good night.
Good night, everyone. Yeah, see you next stream. I'll hopefully have more stuff.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. That's
You want to go live again? You enjoy going live, don't you?
yeah. So I just saw that my percentage was at 3%. I went and bought, and then the phone updated and went 48. Yeah. Anyway,
Sharon says night.
good night, Sharon. Maybe we'll play Wolf Among Us tomorrow as well. Who knows?
Who knows?
You do.
You might move more stuff that you think you've moved when you haven't.
Yeah.
Jen says night.
Night,
And there we go. We're all on our lonesome. I'm liking this, it's working up quickly-ish. So what is our topic of conversation now? No more games. It gets a bit blinkered, Carl. So I am working on my Buddha. I've got to really focus on that, get that done. I'm working on my cat one for Spooky Flings, and then I thought, oh, I kitted this up, so I'm going to work on this. Quite glad I did. I miss doing rounds. They're so much quicker. Well, gel, because someone got succubus. I want it. I've seen it now and I want it. I don't keep up to date with all the new releases anymore. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome. When are you planning to work on that? Is what I want to know. think Scouts is back tomorrow as well. Oh yay. It's like 7:30 till 9. I've got to go out twice on a Friday evening. Morphe McStabhead. That does sound like Kay. There's plenty of time. There's no stress allowed in my events. I do tell you that all the time. It was funny listening to Jen getting up. She's like, I don't really do events. So flattered because she does say, oh, I do support Cindy on hers. But then I'm doing this one and this one. Double Dot Studios doing one. I think I've got a 30 by 40 for Scotty Dog Crafts. But I don't do events. I think September all the way through to January I'm just focused on that, and if other Christmassy ones come along then fine, but yeah, I've got enough on my plate. So you've worked wonders with your lockables. I love that. I'm doing a kit that's kitted up in that. I do like my lockables. I was close to like tossing it to one side. But they're awesome. And these are very similar. Well, I think it's hard with some events because they want forms, and you know, when I started off because that was the norm, and I was like, oh, can you fill these forms in and send me your photos because it was easier to keep track of, I thought. And then people were like, oh, I can't upload it, here's my picture, but I've sent my form, and I had to go get the names off it and link up their Facebook names to their Instagram name. It was horrible. It was such hard work. I don't like hard work. I like the easy life. I've got enough going on. So, you know, just either message me, email me, or use the hashtag on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm good. You're in. I have just put together a new slideshow, so that's exciting. I do my best to try and keep you all involved and interested and all of that. I do try. Yeah, I don't, yeah, I do try. Got my Halloween tray out for the season. I don't think I've got a Christmassy one. I have to make one. Yeah, it can be a tad stressful, and especially Today I phoned up about a house that I had my heart set on, and I shouldn't set my heart on things. And I phoned them up and I'm like, oh, you know, I really want to come see it today, and just to make sure it ticks all the boxes, which it did online, but you know, photos can be deceiving. So, can I come see it? And they went, oh, I'm really sorry, it's gone. And I'm like, oh, I could have cried. It's such hard work trying to move and get out of here, and the landlord being stressful. And I was around my aunt's the other day and I was telling her all about what the landlord said and did. And I said, look, because my aunt next door is my mum's sister. And my mum phoned, Carolyn went to see my mum, and then my mum phoned me and said, Carolyn is really worried about you. And I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. I'm not always. I just tell everyone I'm fine, but I'm not always. And then the landlord came round and went, oh, your neighbours are complaining about you. This side's complaining about you. That side's complaining about you. And I thought, well, that's a lie. Because, you know, I told Carolyn this. And I said, apparently you're complaining to the landlord about me. I said, but that same week, you'd been to see my mum. My mum phoned me and said you were worried about me. And she went, Cindy, I really was worried about you. Well, you didn't complain about me then, did you? You know? And then I said to her, oh, the landlord, when he was here, he said, oh, do you speak to your aunt next door? And I went, well, of course I do. She's my aunt. And then he said, oh, she keeps complaining about the tree. And I went, I've been here 7 years and we've been asking you for 7 years to sort that out. And the problem is it's growing right up close to the fence. When it's really windy, she's got more of the tree on her side than I have on my side. And all the roots grow under the fence into her garden. She can't grow anything there or anything. She can't do anything. The tree blocks out most of the sunshine. So she said, what do you mean I keep complaining? I left him one voicemail. I went, well, at least you know he got it. And she just laughed. My landlord's horrible. The worry is that they'll say, oh, can you get a reference from your landlord? Not really, no. Not really doable, I'm afraid. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Not gonna stress. And then I worry because Carl's really enjoying this job, but if I move, he can't get the train here, and it's like quite a drive from Colchester, and I'd have to leave at like, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning to get him here for 6, maybe. And he's like, well, I'll just get another job. And I'm like, I know, but you're liking it here, so do I stick it out? Do I just suck it up and stay here? But I don't want to. Dilemmas, peeps, dilemmas. I'll tell you what I did do. I've got a great big suitcase that I use for going on holiday with, and I filled it full of all my drills. They're all labelled, and I just filled it with all my Diamond Art Club, my Diamond Art Studio, my Dreamer Designs. They're all in that suitcase, and it's really heavy. People will think there's a dead body in there. The way I'm going to be lumping that around. But it is what it is. all good fun. It's just stressful. But still got November to look forward to. Yay. Sixes. And I missed a 5. See, that happens. I should get my resin out again, shouldn't I? Do trays and whatnot. See if this works. Didn't get one. Ditz already lives there, so I'm hoping to meet up with her. Me, Jen and you, and obviously Sam and Giles will already be there, so yeah, that's it as far as I know. It'll be fun. For colouring the ones we've missed. For an L. I am excited. Because when I met up with Kay, it was really strange. It's like, oh, you're on YouTube. And she's like, you're on YouTube too. P. Got a few of those. Yeah. Yeah, there is that. I haven't even thought about that. I just normally do. But it is a long way. I can't believe Carl came home with holiday slips and he said, oh, I got 2. And I went, okay, cool, thinking they just gave him 2. And he went, no, one is for when your best friend, my best friend, comes to stay. And one is for the weekend in November. I'm like, what? Yeah, he wants to come. So yeah, there's Carl and Reese as well, obviously. I'm not sure what mileage that would be, Jen. I drove, oh, I've got another, yeah, pouring down. I drove to Aberdeen. It took a very long time. I had my first little car then as well. Oh, can you hear the rain? Just got to check that back door shut. I think it is. It's working up quite quick. How long have you been here? Oh, a while. But I think it's working up quick. Won't take long. I kind of get into the zone. I did some colour blocking on my Buddha. I don't like it. I don't like how it's turning out. But I did that with the white tiger. Do you remember? It looked really bad. And then when it was in the frame and on the wall, it didn't look so bad. Don't know. I don't like it. It's very patchy. Yeah, mine, it's my first diesel, to be honest. Yeah, that's a good point. It might actually be cheaper on the train. Oh, look on it again. Boop. I can't believe we're all stumped for up to no good. I've probably got something in my stash. I know I have the Merry Christmas one from Domino Studio. I didn't have time to do it last year. I could do that. I don't know what else I've got. I want to do my custom for my friend so I can get that sent off. The Buddha hopefully will be long gone in a distant memory. Yes. And on. It's been a while since I've done a 30 by 40 as well. It's good to change it up a bit. There's a few in there. I can't believe Carl's putting drills down. He's never ever done that before. I just give it a go, you might like it. He's like, no. Yes, the nutcracker wood. I might look on Dundalk. No, no, I'm not. I I've just bought 3 and these stashed. I can't remember what they are. Which ones was it? I know there's a Hannah Lynn in there. I can't even check my messages because I'm recording on my phone. Well, I could do fairies because fairies goes on the tops of Christmas trees. I've got lots of fairy ones. April fairy. I've got sugar plum. That would work. Oh, now you got me thinking. Yeah, I could do sugar plum. Mr. No. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Like, it's hard. We like the new. I've still got unboxings to do. Because I put all my drills into my suitcase, I'm going to go through all my canvases. So I'm going to roll them up and put them in one of my baskets. And I'm hoping so that when I move, I can just pop it, because that'll be the first thing to shift over. Yes. I'm determined to move. I'll keep trying. Wow. In and out. Ouchies. I'll never forget my mum. I had just had Carl, and my mum came in, you know, and she made a big fuss and everything else, and she said to the nurse, "Oh, how long is she in for?" And I'd had him at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and she said, "Oh no, you know, it might be early this evening or tomorrow morning at the latest." And she's like, "Oh no," she said, 3 or 4 hours. She'll be here for another 3 or 4 hours. And my mum went, "You mean days?" And I just went, "No, hours." And my mum like looked horrified. I was like, "I was in 4 days with you." Like, yeah, I don't hang about anymore. But it is scary because, you know, Carl was my first, and, you know, you learn on the job, but you're in and out within 4 hours. Mum's like, "I think you mean days." She's like, "No, I mean hours." There we go, look at this. Let's do the 7s. I'm going to check that back door shut because it's not going to stop raining. This is what we do, isn't it? I must go check and then just carry on. I'll just do the 7s, then I'll go check. I'll just do the 1s and then I'll make a cup of tea. And it never happens. I just do the 1s and the 2s and the J's. It was a jar, a tiny bit. Only a little bit. Are you working tomorrow, Jen? It was funny when I was in Sandringham and I was messaging you. Having a bright proper laugh and you went, I'm at work. Oh my god, that made my day. I'm at work. Oops. That looks like a heart here. It's not, it's just the background. It's the only thing when the kids go to bed, you have to make your own tea. £70 by £89. Is that a diamond art club with the random numbers on it? Good night, Sharon. Thank you for joining me. My little dedicated Thursday follower. Yeah, 11:30. It's 11:30. Miss Gamer, I was supposed to ask you earlier and forgot. Do you want me to send you some red ABs, or is it too late? I did check, I've got some. I might just send you some anyway. A whole collection so that you can add them to your little organised thing that you've got going on. That's very sweet of you to say. I have to get better at these lives because I feel like, you know, not very focused, are they? Yeah, I thought I might be a little too late. I might send you a package anyway. You can add them all to your little drill drawer. I'm not really one for glitzing it up. I thought I might be, but I'm not. I'm not very good at it. There's a moth flying around. Go away. Go away. Waffling around my head. Done. It's just floating around. Right. Go away. There you go. No, it's back. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we? Sevens. Yeah, it's hammering down here. That's why I had to go check my door. Usually my door's open for the dog. But it's only a smidge. But I closed it. But it is hammering. We had storms this time last night, I think. I was sat in the garden and I could see lightning and I thought I'm going mad. Because there was no rain, there was no thunder, nothing. Just flashes of lightning every now and then. Then came the storm. I thought, yeah, I'm not going mad. Yeah, what it's like to be in the States. It constantly rains. Well, it's not as bad as Blackpool. Oh, it rains all day, every day, all the time, no matter what. That's for the weather in Blackpool. School runs constantly got soaked. Then we moved here because I don't even need a coat. I was going to watch a documentary on, I've been watching I'm a Killer on there, on Netflix. Because, you know, Carl says I like the happy stories. Oh, that drives me insane. Because you start off talking to the inmate and get their version of events. And you think, that, you know, your sentence was a bit harsh. Because 9 times out of 10, they're sentenced to death row. Oh, you think that's a bit harsh. Then you talk to the investigators, maybe the victims' families, maybe the inmate's family, and then you think, wasn't harsh enough, actually. It's one of those. There was a guy on there who he wanted to rob a pharmacy. I can't remember where in America, but he wanted to rob a pharmacy. So he went in, and at the corner of his eye, he saw the shop owner or whoever it was, and he aimed and shot at that direction. I don't think he hurt him. Then he kidnapped the pharmacy owner's son, a 13-year-old child, got in the dad's pickup truck, drove that to an airport, and he was negotiating with police, and he wanted an aeroplane and a pilot. So this pilot volunteered and said, I'll be down, and we can use my plane and whatnot. And that was for the release of the boy, and he let the boy go because he'd got his plane and his pilot. And the pilot's sort of dilly-dallying about, you know, while the police are under the plane letting the air out of the tyres. And he said, they had no intention of letting me go. I'm thinking, well, no. Then he ends up shooting the pilot because a sniper shot at him and he didn't want to go on his own. So he shot the pilot. Then got out of the plane. I think the police shot at him again. And he ended up in hospital having multiple life-saving operations to be sentenced to death row. And then this pilot's son was talking, you know, saying what a devastating loss it was, and he was quite young when it all happened, and you know, you get his version of or the impact that the loss had on him. And then he said, well, he's a psychopath. No, a sociopath. And he'll say anything to just try and reduce his sentence in any way he can. And it was already commuted to life without the possibility of parole. And then he went, they play it back to the inmates. And went, yeah, that's quite a good characterisation of me, actually. And I thought, oh my God, you really are. You really are. You know, he was like, oh, if I could take it back, I would, in the beginning. And then he went, oh, if I could fake up tears right now, I would. I'm like, why would you need to fake them? Sociopath. It's scary, the people out there in the world. But yeah, light-hearted, you know, as you do. But I was going to sit and watch Britney Spears and all that the control that she was under is really shocking. And I remember when she shaved her head and everything, and yeah, you think, you know, spoilt teenager type thing, having a tantrum. Little did we know she was crying out for help. Sad. Really sad. Oh, the biggest one. Biggest one you've done. That's exciting though. I like big canvases. I think the sense of achievement is when you get to the end of it, is worth it. But it does seem to take forever. Doesn't help that I've got so many WIPs on the go, to be fair. But I thought I would do this one, break it up a bit. That Buddha. I'll put a picture on my Facebook group tomorrow of how it is as it is right now. I've just got to persevere and get it done. Stop getting distracted. I'm worried about my little dog. Can't seem to go very far. No, Henry's like that. If it's windy, if it's not just right, he'll just look out the door and be like, yeah, no, not doing it. But then he loved the snow, so I think I just need to bite the bullet and take him to the vets. It's just scary. I used to have Yorkies, and when their back legs went, they weren't far behind. I think that's why I'm really worried. But it needs to be done. Oh, don't come back over here. Oh, I hope you got that episode done. Sorry. I don't always think things through when I chat. Even like Cole's like, Mum, spoilers. Some of them are really, really sad. But do you know the one thing? Oh, he's old. He is old. Oh, come on, blimey. He's got to be 11 or 12. But he's taken to his bed a lot as well lately, and he doesn't normally do that. The signs are there, do you know what I mean? I just don't want to go through it. I don't want him to suffer either. He's not in pain or anything like that, because he'd be yelping, and Westies are very vocal. And he still likes a fuss being made and all that, so, you know. don't want to deal with it, don't want to deal with it. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say now about that show. Oh, the one thing that annoys me is in almost all of the cases, there's been abuse, there's been neglect, there's been, you know, bad parenting or palming them off. That, you know, there's a really bad history in there. And I think that doesn't excuse anything. And I get that it sets you on a path. You know, if you take the drugs, that's the road you go down. But I've lived that life that half of them are talking about. And I'm not angry at the world. I'm not bitter at the world. I'm not a man hater or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? And they keep blaming it on the past, and you think, no, not buying it. Because mine was so horrific. So much so I can't watch the Fritzl thing, because it's not the same, but on a similar path too. So yeah, I can't watch that. I find it all fascinating. The mindset of people and what they think they can do to get away with it, and oh, just give me a plane and a pilot and I'll be out of your hair. You know, they had no intention of letting him just fly off. But he believed that they did. Well, guys, I think you've had quite enough of me, don't you think? It's 10 to midnight. I said to my friend, oh, I'll be doing a live, and usually it eats the whole evening, so... And then as I clicked the record button, she was like, do you go live every Thursday? Yeah, pretty much. Kids enjoy it too. I'm very lucky in that way. I'm enjoying this little canvas. She's going to be so cute. And she's done. I just realised the whole canvas is upside down. I think you're used to it by now. Well, you have been awesome company, as always. Oh, you got a day off. Awesome. I'll have a chit chat with you then. Annoy you some more. Is it a day of diamond painting? Is that in the plans? There's quite a few drills, these. Oh, unboxings. That's awesome. I've got some upstairs to do. But I'm going to sort myself out first. Get myself organised. I want to be packing up ready to move. But I'm not staying here. I've decided. And that's not good because you never feel settled then. Oh, I can't help it. Hi, Sassy. How are you? I was getting ready to log off, but I'll stay for a little bit longer then. How you doing? If I remember rightly, Sassy had, pretty sure it was you. Did you have the amazing diamond painting pen with the people on it? I'm pretty sure it was you. That was gorgeous. I'm so jealous because like the States have all the amazing stuff, and then for us to get it over here, it costs a mortgage. You get all the cool stuff over there. Yeah, I'm 99% sure it was your video that I saw. Really, really cute pen. I think you tagged Spooky Flings on it, which is awesome. Keep doing that. It's good. Yeah, it's almost midnight here in the UK. Yes, it was awesome. But it's not easy for us to get all that stuff over here, I don't think. Well, Jen got a gorgeous one with flowers in it. I want that. Oh, bless you. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. I do have a video that I will do. Not quite sure how to do it. Yeah, I'll think of something. But I've got all of your entries and all of your WIPs. Some people have done completions already, and I'm like, what? I did a little skull, but it was like literally not even that big. It took me like a couple of hours just to get in the spirit of it. But yeah, I'm so thrilled that you're all enjoying it and you're all taking part. I really do appreciate that. And you know, I try to pay homage to all of you by doing the slideshows and collecting all your Facebook and Instagram posts and projects that you're working on, just by way of thanks, really. I did like it, and I think it was Spring Flings. Someone messaged me and went, "Whoa, my like work in progress and completion is on YouTube. That's so cool." But I do find not many people do that. Yeah, anyway, that's up to them, I guess. But I'm super thankful that you're all enjoying it and you're all participating and enjoying it, and that's what it's about. Bringing people together and enjoying what we work on, encouraging each other. It's awesome. You guys are awesome. I have the most amazing fanatics I could possibly ask for. And friends. I have friends now that had we not done a channel, we'd be none the wiser. Isn't that strange to think about? Poor old Jen would have a nice peaceful life. She's got everyone's kids being sent to Scotland. She's like, no. I love you all. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really do love you all. And keep those projects coming. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're amazing. You'll have to put a Halloween emoji on the comment thread if you've made it this far. I shall see you all very, very soon. You'll find one. It's very, very loose. Very, very loosely. A witch, a black cat. Yeah, if you're unsure, just pop me a message. But I'm sure you have one lurking around. But I love you all so much for joining in and supporting me. You don't realise how much that means, honestly. But I'm not going to get soppy because we're supposed to be spooky and Halloweeny, not soppy and all lovey-dovey. So I will catch you very, very soon. Hugs and sparkles to you all. Bye-bye. Stay spooky.